but I did make notes in my notebook.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so we're gonna cherry pick. All right, let's go.
She's got receipts for you. Get ready for it.
No, like, so I'm discombobulated about what's going on. So I'm confused. Your issue with me is
You're a woman.
I'm a woman. And I shouldn't have said what I said because you feel like it didn't apply to you.
No,
No.
you should say whatever you want.
You can say whatever you want, just like I can say whatever I want. I
Right.
was pointing out your sort of demand of me or request, however you'd like to put that, in terms of what I would encapsulate in the term tone policing.
Right.
So it's a criticism of your criticism of me, you see?
So how could I have expressed better that when you said women only get half a credit,
I didn't say that.
Hold on. You
Hold
said
on.
only
I
give
didn't
them
say
half
that.
a credit. When
I
I
didn't
said,
say
well, you
that.
got to give women more credit, you said half a credit.
No, that was
Clarify
actually
that.
Flo, and you know it was Flo, Cynthia. I played it now, I don't know how many times. Flo said that, and my response was, that much.
Oh, yeah, that much. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you
yes.
for correcting.
Yes.
So how could have I expressed my displeasure, disagreement with the fact that women, that shouldn't have even been said or agreed upon? So how could I have expressed that better? This is
You
an
mean,
opportunity
okay.
for me to learn.
Yes. All right, so here we go. First of all, when men are clearly, and you and I both know, we're in joking terms. This was at the end of 24-hour stream, right? Clearly joking around.
Right.
Right, Dennis in there, Dutchy, Flo, you.
My brain was turned off.
Yeah, we're fucking
was
fried. And Flo makes a obvious joke and says your vote only counts half. Here, I don't even know what it was about, what the vote
You said
was
that,
for.
yeah, that much.
And then I said that much, and you went down the you need to give women more credit. So you took a joke and made it serious, which I'm totally fine with. But then you get a retort like this, like what we're doing right now.
Well, did I take it like, was I upset and angry and combative, or was I having a conversation about it?
No, nobody said you were angry.
Okay, so.
But it's still tone policing to say, I need to do something, right? Have I ever told you that you need to start doing this or you need to start doing that?
No.
Have I told anyone in your
need
presence?
to give men more credit, though, Cynthia.
Right.
So how could, which I'm here trying to, so what I'm asking is, how could have I said it? Because I wasn't angry, and it wasn't meant to be like, ooh, I'm going to get you, base. Or
No, I don't think it was. Yeah.
It meant to be to have a conversation. Was it not joking enough? Was it, what was it?
Well, I'm explaining for all the viewers predominantly, but I mean to answer you as well. But really, it's compliant test. I mean, that's exactly what it is. You want to see, this is very common with women on the internets, you want to see if I'm going to do what you are telling me to do because you told me to. Meanwhile, for example, had Flo, this was Flo's stream, had Flo told me to start doing something, I would have told him to fuck off. I would have been way harsher with him than giving you very calm, serious response. I mean, that's what this is.
Well, I disagree with the reason why you think I did it. I just said it because I was like, hey, I was offended and it felt like a sexist statement. You can be like, there you go with the feelings. But yeah, it was kind of a sexist statement. So I confronted it. So
right. So why do you think that you shouldn't hear let's say you're right. You shouldn't hear sexist statements, yet Flo and I will call each other gay. Call Denizen a fucking homo, right? That you don't have any problem when we do that to each other. I've never heard out of you, hey, you need to give gays more credit, or you need to give straights more credit, or you need to give men more credit. I've never heard you, and probably 100 times worth over what happened that night. I've never heard you retort like that. So you realize you can't possibly beat me in a debate, but we're going to go down the rabbit hole.
I don't even know we're debating. I'm trying to get an understanding. So I'm trying to understand where the disconnect is coming from. Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, let me ask you, where is the disconnect? You tell me. I don't have any disconnect.
You feel like you were being Patron, and you also feel like I was saying that because I want you to change. I'm throwing it out in the air, and if it hits, it hits. If it lands, it lands. It's geared towards.
Hold on. Now you're telling me how I feel.
No, I'm saying what I
just
did,
said
and I'm
you
how I'm
feel-
interpreting this reaction. And what you're saying is you were trying
Okay.
to tone police me, and you're not going to tell me what to do. I
No,
was
no,
not.
no, no, no.
expecting
Hold
you to
on,
make
hold on,
speeches.
hold on. We can't just throw out red herrings. We got to go point by point if you really
Okay.
want to know the answers.
Okay.
Right? So you were what one would refer to as tone policing, right? In your terms, it was the victimology of this is sexist. Yet, I just pointed out to you many clear examples of Flo and I, because we were all on stream together, Denizen and I, being sexist towards each other. Oh, he
Right.
takes the dick. He does.
That
Yet
has
you
nothing
never
to
have
do-
anything to say about that. But this you seem to have taken personally.
Right. You
Right.
and Dennison
See?
and what y'all agree has nothing to do with me.
And
That
why is
statement
that?
was made because I'm not a man, and I don't know what y'all do behind play. I don't know if y'all play hide the sausage or not. Like, so that has nothing to do with me.
Right.
So
right.
this had something to do with it. It was a conversation that I had, and apparently it's one that needed to be had. And this is how the panel verse goes. I'm
Right.
not offended nor flattered by this conversation. It's
Nor flattered.
yeah, it's a Tuesday on the panel verse. Like,
All right, so let's hear from some people up here. We got Denizen, Browns,
Yeah.
Crispy, iFi. Somebody go ahead.
one
women
last
don't
thing.
give a shit about sex.
Is this one last thing? Is this out of character for me to be argumentative? Like, is this out of character for me to do this? Would anybody think that this is? So,
No, Xanthia, you love to argue. You're not
Thank
fooling
you.
anybody.
No,
Hey,
I
guys.
think that you're a little bit argumentative, which I don't see as bad. However, it seems that one might say sometimes you throw things out but don't take the heat back, right? Like you want to
Right.
joke with the homies, but then you don't like it when the joke is towards you, even if it's way dumbed down from when the homies joking with the homies.
the jokes are often on me on a regular basis.
Oh,
From me?
girl.
Well, hold on.
No, no,
You
no,
just said
no.
you just said this was about you, so now I have to bring it back to do I joke
No,
on
no,
you on a
no.
regular? But you see
No.
how that doesn't really add up. Then that doesn't. Help
No, but
your
you were saying
cause.
it was you were implying that I have issues with the jokes being taken on me, and if I had that, I wouldn't be up here. And what I
Well,
was
it's only when
saying
it's from you then.
in general.
So is
I
it only
have a
when it's
lot of
from me?
But I don't understand how y'all are taking that as I took that offensive. It was a conversation. Like, again,
Yeah,
how
you're
well,
yelling
that's
for
what we're
one.
doing. We're
I have
exploring the
just been
conversation. Yeah.
should I
yeah,
have just been okay with it
No,
being half
well,
a
hold on.
credit? Being
Here's
like,
here's
okay.
what happened, Cynthia. You
I'm
threw out
listening.
about 20 points at once. I've tried to succinctly answer them, but one of your questions in the midst of all that was, how should you react? You can
Right.
react however you want to react, of course. I don't tell people how to act or react. However, one way that you could have reacted is,
Mhm.
I don't like that. Right? That's saying
Oh,
how
okay.
you feel, right? I don't like that. But when you demand of somebody or,
Okay.
like, I demand, this is kind of what it comes down to. I demand more respect. I demand more credit. And the irony is, you don't see, I'm only going to speak for me, but I don't think anyone else on the panel either. But for me, you don't see me demanding anyone to do anything in YouTube or anywhere. And the reason is demanding doesn't work. It's never worked.
Right, I agree. Going back to if I say I don't like that, is this the point where people are going to come in and go, well, there you go with your feelings?
No. I would say she's a woman.
Give
Okay.
women more credit, yo.
I know, but I had to segue this
All
back,
right.
Cynthia. I had to
Okay,
segue it back.
Somebody else.
Cynthia,
I told you you wouldn't like the truth. I told you you wouldn't like the truth, Cynthia.
Cynthia,
Women
No,
don't give a
it's just
shit
like I
about
just felt like
sexism.
it was a big loop, and so
Cynthia, let me help you
They're
out.
only
here.
upset when it's criticism of women. They don't
I-
care about sexism. Misandry is a way of life for a majority of women and American society. Nobody cares about sexism unless it's against women.
Cynthia, I've known you long
Yeah.
enough. I can help you out here.
thank you,
not,
I5.
it's not what you say; it's how you say it. Maybe,
I'm
maybe
okay
you
with
should be
that.
more careful with how you say things.
Okay.
So anyway, Cynthia,
And I don't have cats.
That's why they call you Tone Police. You may remember a long time ago when you were on a panel with iFi, and iFi was laying down the truth, and then here comes Cynthia and said, iFi, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
I would know. Yeah.
That was you,
okay.
Cynthia. Thou art the man. So,
Okay.
And look,
little
and
reflection.
pause. I don't think it's a bad thing. I've talked about this many times. You've been on panels with me for days worth of hours. We've been on panels together. I think
Right.
it's good to be a woman. I think it's good to be a man. I don't have any issue with either innately. I have an issue with our society, and my main issue is with men, males. Secondary,
Also-
women who I don't like are a reflection of men and males. And look, I have been part of the causation in my life. I'm taking accountability for that. I have many times.
Also, I came on panel to talk shit about Crispy because you said she's like sweet and innocent, and that's bullshit.
You gonna turn out her sweetness?
So
All right, let's hear from
anyways-
Crispy. No, let's hear from
Yes,
Crispy,
crispy.
and then Brown's. Yeah,
No.
go on.
I think it was a joke that just kind of turned left, but I also think too that Cynthia might be a little sensitive to that kind of a joke because there are so many people on the internet that are shitting on women all the freaking time. Like, I'm fine with my gender roles. I'm a traditional woman. I am, but even
Stop the cap.
the person that I am
Did it.
still has I mean, when people still are shitting on me. So, and also I take like you saying that people joke with you too, or joke with you, Cynthia. You know how much shit I get.
Yeah. Oh,
People
yeah.
are always giving me shit.
But how much of that do you deserve, Crispy? That's
And I
the
deserve
real
it.
question.
Okay.
So going back to the internet shits on women. All right, so let's just assume this is true. Should I now, as a man that you interact with, be blamed for that? Should that be overcompensated for? For instance, don't say anything that could possibly be perceived negative about women because the internet, not you, but the internet doesn't like us from our purview, our perception. And I get it. I've had conversations with all of you about this. I've told you my thoughts.
Yes, I don't think that you do it, and it's just like some of that. There are some other communities that are that way. You are not one of those people that do it. I think you're very respectful. So, and I also, I'm also somebody that jokes around a lot. So, none of that stuff bothers me. However, I do get, it's a little off-putting that somebody will like just cuss you out and like call you a stupid bitch for no reason whatsoever, just because you're a female. And I mean, that has happened. So
You're
shit's
right. That
hilarious.
does in fact happen, Crispy.
not
And
to
I
do
want to, I'm gonna welcome to the show Half Naked Midlife Bro Logic. What up, bro?
oh
I
wow.
the gang up on Cynthia podcast. And I'm ready for it.
No,
I'm
no.
here
And
for it. I want to get a piece.
Flo's
I want
panel,
a piece.
yeah, come get it.
I want a
And
piece.
Flo's panel, a lot of, I mean, there's no men and women clash all the time, and favoritism on Flo's panel isn't shown towards
You're-
women because they're
Oh,
women.
absolutely, it is.
So
It's a
Cynthia, let
safe
me
space
ask
for
you.
women over at Flo's panel.
Did we not? No. We're gonna bring this back. Did we not protect the woman who was making? By the way, pissing on herself on live stream, pissing on herself multiple times. Hold up. We all the men on there protected her verbally for what we could from this other dude that hopped on and was completely obliterating her verbally in ways that none of you would like.
So
Right? No women
not
would have liked to
familiar.
be verbally assaulted, I'm sure they would call it, by this man. And here we were defending a woman who was showing her ass. If this was a dude, if she was a dude pissing on her feet on stream, nobody would have defended him. Fucking no one.
Yeah. She
Well,
was
I-
cracked.
People would have called the
wasn't
cops
on
her.
that stream, and I haven't seen it. I've only heard bits
Yeah,
and pieces
well,
about
you-
it. But
It's common. It's common, right? This shit happens. You've been around the block.
Yeah,
Cynthia.
no, I'm not.
You were
disagreeing,
you
but
were there
you're-
for the Lindsay thing. You were look. There's been lots of things, right? So that's
Yes.
why we're having this stream, just to have open dialogue. There's no gotcha for Cynthia. Let me say it again. I have zero ill will towards Cynthia. I like interacting with Cynthia. There's
Ditto.
no issue, right? It's
Ditto.
just I like to give my purview. I think it can be helpful to others. And maybe, namely, the others are men, but if women are helped by it as well, I think that's great. I have no issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, it helps to understand how to deal with others better. Like now, I will know next time Bae says something, I will say, "Hey, I don't like that," and then that whole conversation can go differently.
Now, look, I was called last night. I was on a different stream, and I was called a misogynist. I was called a red pillar. Other times, I'm called a blue pillar, a simp, a purple pill. I mean, it's all over the fucking place, and it'll be from the same conversations. I'm a what?
CYMP, not SIMP. You only simp for Cynthia.
Right. Yeah, that's what it is.
I hate when people call it.
She does look like her hair smells.
I don't, especially when Crispy's
Oh my gosh.
No,
At least I'm secure enough to cam up, Dennison.
I want to get back to my.
It's all about my
Crispy
insecurities.
Grievances.
All right, so hold up. We didn't let midlife go, then I-Fi. We're gonna do this a little more succinct. Midlife, I-Fi, Denizen, then Crispy, then Cynthia. All right, go on.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Cynthia, I'm not sure why you're here. I'm not sure why you're the star, but I'm sure you relish in it. You're like a bad, petulant child who just craves any type of attention, even if it's bad. You're just here to flaunt your long, luxurious hair and just to show the world long hair, don't care. Better to be noticed, even if it's for something bad, because I'm a naughty little kid. And that's what's up. I'm out.
You're jealous of her hair.
Jesus Christ, that was, how come you're not that good at politics?
I don't know,
Thank you, midlife. Thank you. I don't like the attention or the spotlight, but I don't ever run from it either.
It was actually an insult, Cynthia. But keep going.
I didn't take it as such.
Okay.
All right, who is next? We had I-Fi. Whoever next, go on.
No, I'll go last. Go ahead.
Okay, Crispy, Denizen.
No, I think Dennison goes, right? Dennison?
What?
All right, Denizen, you on. Shed your thoughts.
To trash Cynthia?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes. Take a piece of the pie.
And then I got to respond in the proper way. And this is like the test. It's going to be like muscle memory. So next time somebody offers it, I'll respond properly.
And Chuck in Tennessee. Chuck is here, so now we're going to let Chuck go, and how everyone else was pussyfooting. All right, what up, Chuck? Real man in the house.
Midlife is a bigger woman than Cynthia. I hate to say it.
Oh,
damn.
Shit.
You hate to say that?
Shots fired. Midlife, shots fired.
Chuck, what's
what
up
he
with
said
that?
was
My
true,
dude, come on,
even if he
come
is
on.
more of a woman.
Come on, Chuck.
I find that so many men act like women now. They don't even know what acting like a man is, and they frequently call men who act like men women, because women act like men, and that's how I think that's what I see most on the internet.
We should form a panel with a hot seat, Bo.
So hold on. Yeah, all right, we'll get to that, I-Fi. Denizen, so I hear you broadly and generally, and I don't disagree with you. Why don't you get a little more specific, more micro?
Show me how what a man you are, Dennison.
Applicable to this conversation, if you want.
I can't even find the words to criticize Cynthia, so I feel like I'm not my right self right now, because it should be easy for me. And I find myself struggling for specificity as well. But let me just say, I think I suspect, right? So I don't think this to be true, but I suspect men are deeper emotionally. They experience a wider range of emotions. And that while women mature faster, girls mature faster than boys, men continue to mature into their adulthood at a faster pace than women. Women kind of get stagnated emotionally because their emotions are so coddled, both by society and legislatively. So I think a lot of what people say is masculine behavior or what men should be is just toxic femininity. And it's women who are at the microphone telling society who men are, what they should be, what a real man is. And if I could get young men to do anything, it would be to just turn that off, tune out, look into yourself, and find out who you are as a man, and don't worry about what society says, because feminism kind of runs the United States, and that good, bad, or indifferent. I don't think it's good for a lot of men. I would say myself personally, it wasn't good for me.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Good job, midlife. You broke the panel, man. Stole
And
all the thunder.
This
And
is
what
why
up,
we
baby
can't have
daddy?
anything nice.
What up, baby daddy? Oh, let me stream this to my. No, never.
this is. Yeah,
Yeah.
feel free. And
Yeah,
what say you, baby daddy El Perro?
Yeah, baby daddy.
The only thing I can say is you just got to forgive her, because as far as I know, baby daddy, she just plain dumb plumb crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, babe. Oh, wow.
I am in my fifis, and I'm proud.
No, I think she has a honest intent in her heart, and she's just asking questions. I've seen her ask a lot of questions, and I think a lot of people in any conversation mistake things. We've done that between ourselves. It's just, again, well, bro, or Based Oracle, you were on last night, and I still have the firm assertion that you just don't belong in public. I'm serious.
It's true.
Listen,
It's true.
listen. If you really want a man to protect you, he has to be able to keep you at home where he can protect you. By you going out in all of these other venues, now he has to participate in those other venues just in order to protect you from all the perverts in those venues.
And you have to act a certain way.
It's unreasonable to ask him to do that and make his job exponentially harder. It's not going to pay off.
Baby daddy, you had me.
And-
You had me at the beginning there. I was thinking, I've never seen such a soft side of you.
And women don't know how to act in public anymore either. That's another thing. So
I will say this,
I'm not
them is
saying,
like-
and I'm not saying strictly out of public, but there are certain venues where, hey, you got a mouth, but you don't always have to use it.
That's right.
I think you're saying if she goes out in public, she needs to wear a hijab. Is what you're getting at, right?
He needs to wear what?
A hijab.
Oh,
No, just don't
You need to
walk
cover your
around
head,
like you're
Cynthia.
advertising everything, you know? Like you're deliberately putting it on a shelf with a price tag on the side.
Also, I'll be your internet man, Cynthia, if you need protection.
Hey, Izzy, who's asking him to protect them? That's the inherent duty of every man. And I guarantee you, the women can't protect a nation. They can't even build a nation.
They're not even aware of the responsibilities that they impose on us. It's hilarious. But they're not
sometimes when I hear
children.
men on panels talking about women issues without even a woman on the panel, I find that funny. Because how can men discuss women issues without having a woman around?
That's
But
the
yet-
only way to discuss women's issues.
Exactly. It's the only way to discuss them.
If
Because
there's
How
a
can
woman in
how
the
can
room, it'll
parents
fuck up
talk
the whole
about
conversation.
hold on. How can parents talk about children issues without children around?
Women are
And
children.
that's like saying, how can single people talk about relationships, I suppose. But I mean,
I
Yeah,
think
it's not
anyone
very
can
bright.
talk about anything. We have experience, even if we're not currently in the climate, and that's an even if.
And some are
It's
better
Stephen
than
But
Hawking,
others.
but
Is
thank
it-
you for having me. I gotta run real quick.
Bye,
Bye,
Crispy.
See ya.
Bye.
See you next
everyone.
panel.
is it a balanced conversation when you have a conversation about a woman, but not about women issues, and not have a woman on there? Is that a biased conversation or a balanced conversation?
Well, I just gave you an example that kind of stops that before it starts. Right? Can we not talk about money issues if we don't have money? I mean, can we not
Right,
talk
but I was
about
saying
culture
balance.
issues if they're not in the room? I mean, I don't
Okay.
I don't really see your point.
This
so-
comment is revealing here because it implies that you can't have a woman with her own mind who isn't completely miserable and combative all the time. They have no concept of a feminine woman, an agreeable woman who actually has her own mind, has her own thoughts, but chooses to be pleasant to be around, to be friendly, to be agreeable.
Who should lead women, Cynthia? Men or a panel of half men, half women, or just women? Which one do you
A
think? is
balance
best?
of both.
So women should lead other women. Where would they lead them?
Into womanhood. Like, for instance, I have friends that are older that when I have issues that arise from becoming an older woman, I can go and talk to them about it.
Yeah, like being baby mama.
Hmm. Like I always say, have 3 friends, one your age, one older, and one younger, one to help guide. One
So
to
I
guide.
want to tell you something, Cynthia, that I know that you already know, but
Mhm.
women in groups with no men around love to discuss men in group texts, in person, over the phone, whatever. But according to you, those conversations would be completely invalid because there's no men around.
No,
It
because
only
they're
applies to
in
men,
private. They're in private and they're personal. Meaning, if I was to talk about a man, I would talk into an instance that related to a situation with someone I knew. Versus on the panels, I often hear, "Oh, well, women who are so old, they're just jealous of the the younger women because they don't look hot anymore, and this and that." In my head, I'm thinking, why are y'all even having this type of conversation when you're not a woman and you don't know that?
Well, that's what makes this so wonderful. It is a public platform, and women
Right.
can come up here. We've got 2 of them at least on the panel now, right? You know,
Crystal
or-
left.
Crystal
yeah,
don't
Well,
know.
at least I'm
Crystal
not
left,
sure who
okay.
the other one is, but yeah. But no, so that was just an example of like when I hear that conversation, I think, well, that's just men giving their opinion. They don't know because they've never been a woman. And vice versa. If you stepped onto a panel having a conversation about men and impotency,
So,
I was curious
Cynthia,
what y'all think that.
what do you think about this comment here from Austin? Women don't know what they want inherently. That's why they need to be led. Now, before you
Absolutely.
answer, no, okay. Well, after you answer, I will say that, you know, it's interesting. In my experiences with women outside of, you know, YouTube or whatever,
Mhm.
I'm amazed how many times they can contradict themselves from all different walks of life. Certainly none that you know. How many times they can contradict themselves within a minute, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I want this, but I want this opposite thing too. And the two can't coincide, but I want them both right here, right now.
Mhm.
They have no
and
connection
look,
to their feelings or motives.
if they were men that I was having these conversations with, I'd be like, look, you're fucking retarded. I can't deal with you.
Yep.
But
you
because
say that
they're
to
hold
women
on, hold
too,
on.
though.
Because they're women, I understand that. I understand this is just some of how they operate. It's not that they're worse than men. It's that they're different. Women and men communicate with each other differently. It just is. And sometimes you see that discrepancy. So that's part of what this all came from, right? A little discrepancy in terms of I'm feeling this way, right? A joke on Flo's panel that some of us got a kick out of, and some of us might have felt in a way that wasn't good. And that is the nature of the internet. That's the nature of men and women having conversations on platforms where there's no gender bias. Any women can hop up, any men can hop up. Whoever runs the panel however they want. I try to respect people's panels who I go on and not overpower with my own inclinations.
Speaking of which, B's been waiting patiently to speak, so he should be
Who?
able to chime in. B, down below.
Oh, yeah. What up, Browns? Go for it. You on.
How's everybody tonight?
Very good.
I'm pretty good.
I'm chilling.
Anything to add? Oh, I thought you were waiting patiently to jump
Oh
in.
yeah, you were saying a lot down there in the chat, Browns. I would like to hear more of it.
Come on, dude, speak.
Um,
Your
yeah,
audio's a little choppy.
I want to say nice things. So,
Having a hard time coming to mind.
well, I'm having. Well,
I'll take that as a compliment.
There's pressure for sure. Yeah. But I don't know. Some, you know, I don't want to engage in whatever it's called.
I can say nice things.
The chat earlier. Maybe for those who didn't see it.
All right. We're going to give Browns a moment here. Chuck in Tennessee. What up, Chuck?
Come on, Chuck. Bring us home, brother.
Did Chuck fall asleep on my panel again?
He probably did. Wake up, Chuck!
You boring motherfuckers putting him to sleep.
Also, Browns boy, your audio's a little choppy. You might need to kick it up a notch. There's good stuff about Cynthia, but she still needs to work on her bad stuff. So it's not what you say, Cynthia. It's how you say it.
Okay. Cynthia's going to continue to work on Cynthia. And Cynthia's going to continue to do what I feel is right for me.
She's gonna double down on the shit that you bitch about for sure.
Do what, Dennison? I didn't hear you.
I'm saying you're gonna double down on the shit that we're all bitching about for sure.
Well, now that you brought it to my attention, perhaps I will.
Now Dennison's ready to speak.
I mean, if I'm going to be accused of it, let me step into it.
Okay, so back to the core of all
I've
this.
heard that from a woman.
And I am not asleep.
Rich.
Oh, Chuck is here. What up,
Well,
Chuck?
he woke up.
The donkey has returned.
Say some inputs, Chuck. Give some internet inputs.
From wisdom. Chuck.
No,
I
not
see
from
a-
wisdom.
I see a lack of cooperation on both sides. You know, it's anything that involving a male and a female is a partnership, not a God of all household, or not the sayer of truth.
Beta.
When you get into a relationship, it's a combination of two people getting together and becoming one.
Jesus
And
Christ.
He
and to
smells worse than
degrade-
Dennison.
to degrade one another is terrible. How do you expect to move forward in a relationship if you think you're the boss? You have to prove your worthiness, where the other partner will understand that, okay, maybe they do got better ideas, or maybe they are right, or maybe they do have the best ideas.
All right, that was gay. Bye, Chuck.
Oh,
Seriously.
dude. Are y'all in a relationship now?
Wow.
How long have y'all been dating?
Wow.
44 years.
Fuck was that?
No, Chuck, they're not
So
in a relationship.
here's the thing.
Dude.
Hold up. I'm fine with how Chuck views this stuff. I have no issue with it. However, I don't operate like Chuck is talking about. I don't view myself as a god by any means. Maybe a little god. But with that said, I think people are free to do what they want to do, right? I don't try to
That's
police
the problem.
anyone. I think
That's
the
I
the
agree
problem.
with that though, but they kind of he's spreading it around though. He's enabling it.
Yeah, well, maybe a little bit. But my point is that if I have boundaries and those boundaries are crossed, then that's what it is. Hold up, Izzy, we're already cool. Well, I'm cool.
I was like, are we not cool? Are we like? I'm confused again.
We are cool.
They're
But
breaking
with
up.
that
Right.
said,
Don't deny it.
I have my own what people would refer to as boundaries.
Mhm.
Right
And
now,
I'm learning.
That's fine. That's fine.
Right. So anyways, Cynthia did not cross a boundary of mine. But let's say, for instance, right, in all fairness of telling truth here, I'm just giving an example. Let's say that every day I went on panel, and every day Cynthia was like, Base, you need to do this, you need to do that. It was cutting me off, trying to shut me up, trying to tone police. I would probably be like, all right, I don't think I want to be involved in these conversations anymore. That type of thing. Now, anyways, that has not happened. Cynthia and I have been, on panels together for months. We've had no problems. I don't think the other day was a problem. I haven't had a problem. With that said, this is the place to talk. We're in the panel sphere. That's why we're hosting this. People can get their thoughts out. I'm not shitting on anyone. I mean, some people I shit on. But as Cynthia and I pointed out during the stream I was reviewing, it's usually men that I'm shitting on. Because the way that I look at things, which I think is different than Chuck, is that men do lead. It's not a choice. It's not, oh, do I want to lead or not? The choice is, are you going to lead well, or are you going to lead not well, or somewhere in between? But right now, our society is the way that it is because it has been misled by the men who have misled it, including myself. Everyone here is complicit in it. When we don't go and recall or, put on trial politicians who not only do bad things, but break the fucking law, break the Constitution, well, that's men leading us. That's our society not giving a fuck. I would never expect women to go and manhandle men who are doing bad things. Women are all going to group together. We're going to invade. I'm not going to say that shit, but that's not what would happen. It is on men, whether we like it or not.
Absolutely.
I'm doing my part by letting this rotting corpse just kind of putrefy and
I believe
turn
it's
to
called
dust.
pickled. You're pickling, fermenting.
Oh.
However, to be selfish does not achieve any measure of success. If you're in it for what's in it for me, then you're being selfish.
Depends
you
what
get
your
into-
definition of success is.
Success, it's like happiness. It's an inside job. You can be poor and still be rich at heart.
Word.
I got trees.
And Base is like teaching, like you have to, like when we talk about can you lead, like whether Base realizes it indirectly or directly, he's leading in the way he wants to be treated. So like in the future, when Base says something, I'll say it differently when I respond. Nicer.
It's how you
Remember,
say
Cynthia,
it.
I'm not tone policing you.
I
was just
know,
showing, I was
but
just
Lord
explaining.
knows
I
I'm
was
not trying to be
mansplaining.
weird.
I was
Okay.
mansplaining.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Cynthia, are you saying you're going to date differently with him?
Well, we're not dating. We're on a network panel, which
Courting.
is bizarre that y'all think that on the
Flirting.
internet. But
Wait a minute.
sure.
Cynthia's got a man.
I was
Yeah,
being facetious.
Hold on. Why would anyone possibly think that?
Yeah, Base. How does it feel to be the YouTube sex symbol?
When did you realize that you thought of based as a sex object?
So
Oh, I
regardless,
slept with him
so you
once.
who gives? God damn it! Chuck.
Speaking of flow state,
Yeah, nothing
God
great going
damn
on
it,
over here.
Y'all need to give Jack more credit.
God damn
Oh,
it! Chuck.
wait a minute. Does Cynthia, you have a man, or what's going on? Are you and Based Oracle got it on one time?
No,
That's my baby mama.
no,
That's my baby mama. You quit talking that
right.
shit, man. That's my baby mama.
right.
Look, clips are for jokes. None of this is real. If I got you flowers
Hey.
once a week, that'd be cool. But what if I upped it to once a day?
Then I would suck your dick every day.
Damn.
Whoa!
That's why
Flowers
we
on the
broke
way,
up.
Base.
That's why we
Look,
broke up,
clips-
baby daddy. You didn't bring me
The flowers payment comes first. The flowers
That's
come
definitely
after services.
you know.
Well, you gotta get that child support to me. I've been taking care of these kids way too damn long.
I'm working.
Am I the only one that's gonna
See what
defend
happens when
midlife,
you're simping?
bro?
So
What's
look,
that,
Cynthia,
Listen,
have we gotten to the do women need more credit from me? Is your answer still
Oh
the
my God,
same?
not you. I'm not like, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. That is
No, you
truly-
said it to me. You
I
said
know, but
based.
I
You said
should've-
based.
I should have spoke in general more. We all know I'm not the
We got
most
it.
calmer.
Success.
We all know I'm not the most etiquette proper speaker in this panel verse. So sometimes when I say stuff, they don't come out correctly or the way I intended them. So this is definitely something I could improve on. And as well, you have now taught different ways to handle it when having conversations with you. And it's not that I'm going to be nice,
That's right. Don't
but
be
I
nice,
might be a
unless
little
you want
bitchy.
to.
But I might
Unless-
be a little bitchy. It's just my
Well,
nature. I'm a strong.
Cynthia, you have to remember that Base's girlfriend boyfriend is GS. So
Get confused, Base. You got somebody new.
Look, I don't have
every
any
time I turn
girlfriend or boyfriend. I don't know where all this comes
You're
from.
fucking.
Which one?
You're fucking the
Which one?
moderator, bro. You're fucking the moderator, and you're worried about me being bad faith in my moderator
Oh.
selection.
So now this debate is about my penis. No, way too much
Yeah,
debating
too.
about
That
me.
is
I don't.
Does Nova know about
That's what I'm saying. I've never heard
Hell,
this from
does
another
Sarah know about that?
commentator but you, Base.
Of course,
Like,
Aaron knows. He's the one that's.
Hey! First of
But
all,
the-
I am a polite gentleman. I want you all to know. I don't
Yeah.
say misogynist things or want anyone to feel a certain way.
Instead of being under the weight of that,
Hmm.
keeping ourselves stuck there.
She sounds like a good dishwasher.
Base,
A
control
woman like that
mojo.
doesn't exist, by the way, Base. They don't
Save
exist.
some for the rest of us, dude. Come on.
Can everyone admit that
Exactly.
you all love me? Just say it. You all love me. Everyone on the
I
internet
love
loves
you,
me.
I
Base.
really do fucking hate you, Based Oracle. And if I ever see you in life, I can't tell you what I do without the device. I can't tell you what I do with this because that's what I just got off 2 weeks of.
I love to roast you. Does that count?
Was he offering a reach around or some shit?
Yeah, he just got off on Base.
He just got off for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, I carry
Base.
myself a certain way. I don't ever want to misrepresent. That's why I talk about even down to my, my heritage.
You gonna forget you what?
I never even knew. I already forgot.
Oh no, me neither.
Did that say crabs next?
See, this is like you just showed example after example of being like every girl wants you. So I'm confused. I state
I'm confused too. I don't know where that came from.
He's narcissist, Cynthia.
Yeah. Yes, I'm a narcissist.
I don't think he's a narcissist. I think it's part of his charm.
Am I doing the internet on the internet? Is that what I'm doing?
Oh, you're definitely doing the internet on the internet.
Am I interneting kind of hard?
And I'm not taking back that you're interneting off of the interneting. I'm taking back about everything you're picking up because you're picking up like you're just picking this up. You probably got stuff for days ready to go.
I do. You're gonna be surprised when it all comes out. I think you're gonna like it.
I know.
I need to do a bit of tone policing. This is entirely too long that a woman's been allowed to talk it around.
I just am.
I mean, he is a ginger like Paul. Come on, Cynthia.
Now look. Before we go on, do we all understand that a real man doesn't have to say anything? I just chose to, but I don't have to.
Nah, because she didn't have to come for him. He didn't have nothing to do with nothing.
I mean, quite honestly, Flo just sent me the link randomly and told me to jump on. So.
Why you have to come for him though? He talking to me?
No,
and
no,
I'm
no. I
like,
think
you
you
know,
said a lot of interesting things tonight, and I think any man would want to.
I think that any real man understands that he ain't got to say shit, but don't come for him like that.
Oh, you see, you don't think he's gay.
I think you're gay.
I don't know where this comes from.
Tomato
I don't
is
know.
gay.
Strange. The internet's very strange. I don't understand. I hear things I never would have even thought of.
Would you put a finger up your man's ass if he let you?
What
Hey,
the fuck?
Where's
Strange
Crispy?
place.
She likes the finger bang.
So if Sarah's gay and you're a banger, does that mean you're a woman, Bo?
I-
Confirmed.
First of all, that's a
Confirmed.
wild. You all wild.
I solved this Scooby-Doo mystery. By the way, Denizen, when
Where
did you
did he-
become a simp? What the fuck, dude?
Who the fuck am I simping for?
For Cynthia, you just spent like an hour
Oh my
kissing her
god,
ass.
Dennison Ken doesn't even like me.
He just spent an hour kissing your ass. I was waiting
No,
for
he
him.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. He made this whole stream about me that he took down. Talked about how old I was, nothing
Right,
but
took
my
down?
gray
What?
hair. Talked
What do you-
about
No,
how
that
I'm
never
a gay
happened.
Bitch.
Wow, she just
Dennison
makes
doesn't-
shit up.
isn't too fond of me.
There you go.
Well, how much of that is a lie?
No,
Well,
hold on a
it's-
second.
it
That
is-
stream,
it's not that
that
too much.
stream doesn't exist. It was never taken down because it only existed in her mind.
Wait,
Mm.
Cynthia,
Cynthia,
who claimed it? No, who claimed it?
Who claimed what?
I claimed it. I claimed it.
Yeah,
Are you saying
he
that Brian
initially
was-
claimed it. I
Yeah,
agree.
he claimed
I'm not
it.
disputing that. I'm not
And
disputing that he
and so
claimed
he
it.
claimed that
You're
was due to
disputing
me.
that you then claimed it.
No, he claimed it, and I claimed that he claimed that I was responsible for it. Yes.
I like your word linguistics. It's very
I
good.
wanted to tell.
All I hear is I claim dick, and I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Is everyone
That's-
pretty
I
clear
claimed
now?
it.
Is there any questions?
I have a question.
Yep, I-5's in the closet.
So, when are we doing the
Unquestionable.
4-person panel thing? And also, Cynthia, you're not getting away from this. Midlife had to go. I'll tag in for him. So,
All right, go ahead, I-Fi.
you do love the drama. You do love the drama. Don't deny it.
I don't
And
back away from it.
sometimes you play dumb for all these men on the panel. Like, I'm just a girl. I don't understand what I did wrong. Could y'all explain to me what I did wrong?
Boy, that sounds like you, I-Fi.
Do you have an example of that?
This whole stream. This whole stream. You just sit there
First
like,
of all, this whole
Every
stream-
single stream with Cynthia on it. How about that?
there's Dennison. Dennison's back. Welcome back, brother.
Wow. Well, I didn't even know
Bitch
about
just
this.
lied on me on a fucking internet stream saying I made a show about her.
You did make this
I
show,
did
and
no
you took
such
it
thing.
down. Because
You
I
are a
know you
liar.
did take it down.
You're a shady little girl.
It
aren't you?
wasn't all about me. Because I reposted it on my
Shady
community
little
blog.
girl. Look at you.
Look, I'll
Mm.
even show you.
I tried to be
Here we
nice
go.
to you too. He called me a simp, and
Here
then
we
you
go.
lied on me.
Simp.
See,
Here
this
we
is what
go.
happens when you're nice to these whammons.
Yes, here we go. It's on my community wall. If you go and look, I said, "Bro, Dennison, it's odd how much you are talking about me. Do you want to be me?" And then it says this video is no longer publicly available. I was going to take it down, but I had a suspicion, an inkling that you would
Whatever
say
the
stuff
stream
like
is
that.
on my channel, it's not about you.
No, it wasn't about me,
Because
but
you
you
got
spoke highly
mentioned
about
on
me.
it.
But you
Oh,
spoke
now
highly
it's not about
me
her
for
all of a
2
sudden.
hours. But you did speak about me for 2 hours, and so that's why I brought it up.
Nobody spoke about you for 2 hours.
Never.
This stream is literally about you, and we haven't been speaking about you for 2 hours.
Right, that stream that you had, I
It's only
think,
been
was
an hour 30 so
7 to 8 hours. So 2 of that, which I was, you tried, you and Moose and Dutchie and Bass was on the panel, and he tried. Y'all were like, "So what do you think about her?" And Bass was like, "I think she's not fake, and I think that she's a woman, and I don't like Dennison, and Dennison thinks I'm a bitch."
But is he wrong?
I mean, bitch doesn't really say anything, but
That's pretty
yes.
accurate. It was.
So yeah, so I totally.
It's a very sloppy term, you know.
But-
Like I'm
but it's
embarrassed
just
when I
to
use
me
it,
that I
but
see it,
essentially yes.
I try to
But
say that it
let's
wasn't
not
there.
forget her claim was that I did a stream about her and then privated it.
No,
I did not do a stream about you. You were mentioned on a stream.
She said you deleted it or whatever.
Yeah, I
it's
deleted it. Yeah,
Did you delete it or just make it private?
I
Was that
make all
the
my
AHA stream, Dennison?
all my original
One
streams
5
I
days
make.
ago.
All my original streams get privated.
Mm.
Are
Interesting.
you raving, bro?
You got to be there. It's a live event. There's no DVR access, and I private them afterward. If you
Oh,
can't
yeah,
show up,
you turn off that.
if you're
DVR.
not there for the dealy, you don't get it. You know, it's like an
Did
Aerosmith
you or
concert.
did you not talk about Cynthia for 2 hours straight?
Mhm.
Absolutely not talk about Cynthia for 2 hours
Mhm.
straight.
And now it's 3. Now I'm gonna claim 3. Pull it back up so we can all
There
see.
you go. Now it's 3.
Okay, pull it back up so we can all see. Make it public again, and we can all be decide.
Pull it
I
out,
would-
Dennison. Pull it out.
I mean, Cam the King, to be fair, I absolutely 100% would do that and then pretend like I wasn't.
You know, we're not going to do this right
They're
now.
wasting fucking lives like this. Tommy, Chuck, all these hours and hours and hours gossiping and complaining online.
Calm your tits, bro.
Dude, I want the one where he says, God damn it, Chuck. I want just that part.
Yeah.
So
I
regardless,
slept with him
so
once.
who gives? God damn it, Chuck.
Guys, quit picking on Talcott. He
No,
has
we're not
soul
picking.
issues.
No, it's not that.
Hey guys, I gotta get out. Thanks for having me up. Be
Later,
blessed. We'll see you next
Bye,
time.
Wizard.
Cool, man.
All right, El Piero.
Be good, baby
Thanks,
mama.
Bye, baby.
Take care of them kids.
Thanks goes to
Mhm.
Charlie Chaplin. Okay,
Good.
Dennison. So if I have to ever correct you again, I'm just gonna bitch slap you instead. I'm not even gonna use words. You feel me?
We might believe you when you grow some balls.
Dude was simping earlier. I was like, what? Who broke? It was midlife. Broke
Dennis-
Dennison. He stole the.
Dennison was simping?
Yes, he was like, Cynthia's all right. She's never really done anything wrong.
I
mean,
never
you
said
know,
that.
we all make mistakes.
I don't remember that.
And then he was like, then he went into some weird like Wikipedia shit. He was like, well, the problem with society is that feminism has rotted our brains. I don't know.
That's it. That's it.
Dude needs some sleep or something. Anyway, Cynthia, we're cool.
Oh yeah.
There's one thing you need to fix though. You need to bring Lindsay back. So
No,
now you have to
no.
convince Bo that was a mistake.
Why
No, I
do
will
you
not
want
be
to start a
convinced.
fight?
No, no.
Because sometimes the drama goes a little too far and people get hurt.
No, no, no,
Cynthia.
no. It's over.
What?
Wi-Fi.
Wait, what are you saying, Hi-Fi? Are you saying that I went too far and she got hurt?
What the fuck?
Do you know that Snaps told me yesterday if I wanted your number, I know how to get it. So now the crew has my phone number. Snaps has my phone number. Let's put that in perspective. Snaps now has my phone number. Oh,
And how did he get it?
I still never
How-
met
I
Snaps,
wonder
by
who.
the way. Is he a fun individual? Maybe it's better that I don't know Snaps. That sounds like a good thing.
Oh, you don't know him?
No, never met him.
I heard zebras smell bad.
Probably true. I heard there are females that actually enjoy Paul unslaved. What's that about, Cynthia? Please
He
explain
does
that to me.
swag. Paul does have a swag.
How?
He got no swag. He got zero swag.
No, he has a repertoire. He does have a repertoire.
He keeps word salad.
Does he have that
Women
like?
but you can mesmerize people with that. You can mesmerize people with words.
Does he have that cult leader vibe or something? Like, what is it?
Something.
I want to see this.
Has he got the
Yes.
What? Endo?
This is awesome. How do I own this?
Is that base?
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it,
that
Joe?
was, is this a woman I should give more credit to?
No.
Well, she is 4.4%, so she might be in the same ballpark.
Quit simping for Lindsay. Ah, look at Jody. Now, Jody. Everyone knows I don't simp for anyone, period, except for Based Oracle because he's my boyfriend. But
As you
other
should.
Than that,
As everybody's boyfriend. Margot, but you broke up with her and you broke her heart.
I'm breaking up with Flo, and Based Oracle is now my internet boyfriend.
But you didn't play how the next day you dumped her.
I did dump her.
I heard
thank
she was
you,
with Tommy.
Izzy, with the no. I assume that was to our friend Kamala. Yeah.
No.
I second that. No.
Yeah, I think we mostly all second that. It was a bad dance. I think she's a bad
Yeah, 'cause
lady.
Also,
We all know Izzy's a fine, upstanding person.
Easily
But thank you for the stock market crash, though. I made 5 figures.
Yeah, buy low, sell high. So it's a good time to buy. Did y'all see Bitcoin take a dump too? What's going on with the world?
Who cares about Bitcoin?
It's
I own some.
everybody's going to cash.
Everybody's going to cash. Are they investing in the Zimbabwe dollar? That cash?
No, and it's just uncertainty in the market until after the inauguration.
Correct.
We're certainly fucked. So does that
So they're
help
going to
the
admit that we've been in a recession this whole time too now, because with the stock market
Yep.
acting the same way as the rest of the economy has, now they're going to call it a recession, even though it's been a recession since I don't know, like Trump's last year in office.
When they call it a recession, that means it's a depression.
Right. So
right, good
check it
point.
out. We've gotten far enough in this. I think the conversation is what it is. It went very well, very well. So with that, I know you had something you wanted to get off your chest there, I-Fi.
4 panels.
And
so,
we just opening it up. Yeah, so do it.
I'll give credit to stealing Sarah Tomato's idea. Last night she had a fun little moderator Monday. You have these 4 people on panel. They're like the main panel judges, and then you have like a hot seat where you have like one guest come up every 10 minutes and just shoot the shit.
And what's your point?
We're gonna do that.
Right now?
Who
Let's
is we?
Yeah.
Who is we?
Sounds
Me, Based Oracle and 2 other undetermined parties.
How come you're following a woman?
Because sometimes women have good ideas.
Well,
They're
what
not all- they're
were
not
they
all
coming?
dumb.
Why do they come to the hot seat, and what is the purpose of the
Because
hot
you don't
seat?
want to have like 9 people on the panel all the time just making noise and changing the subject all the time and creating drama and bullshit. But instead you have like a focused topic, and then you have like 4 judges that are like smart and shit, and then you have like one retard from the audience just come up and start saying words, and then we can like destroy them or elaborate on their ideas, stuff like that. Just watch the thing on series yesterday.
Sorry, that dude,
Yeah.
Sports One or whatever his name is, not smart.
Based Oracle's very smart.
Who?
Who?
What's his name? Glenn's buddy. Motorsports
Grid
One.
Motorsports.
Oh,
yeah.
Grid
One. Grid
Yeah.
One. There we
Yeah,
go.
he's special.
Yeah, he was getting wrecked
Yeah.
by Neve last night, so that tells you all you need to know about him. But
Yep.
anyways,
He's a bit of a tard. I did a stream with him when I first started, like first started streaming. I did one that was a collab, him and I, and it went fine. However, he is a major dick suck, a big old dick suck. So he's also the dude that it looks. I mean, from what I could tell, he sent in. Denizen, you were talking about making 5 digits the other day. Well, he has spent 5 digits on whatever. I don't know about the Crucible, but I think quite a bit.
Wow.
definitely on the Crucible. He loves that Wilson dick. So
Well, somebody gave 250 to Sarah last night.
I
That's a
told
nice
you
super
how
chat.
I got banned from his channel just because I was talking shit about Wilson. That's how much cock he loves. He just can't get enough Wilson cock.
Well, Wilson's a girl,
Andrew Wilson.
so yeah,
Yeah.
he's a girly man.
Right, and Grid 1 sucks his dick, so fuck all the
Okay.
Kool-Aid drinkers. I'm done with all of them. But anyways, I'm not suggesting he's going to be a part of any of this. I'm saying like we're gonna do our own little, 4 people panel or 3 people. It doesn't have to be 4. It can just be 2 or 3 regular.
Where do you get this Wii from? You got a mouse in your pocket?
Me
Are you gonna
and
do it
Base
on your
Oracle,
panel?
motherfucker? Which word?
You're
do you
gonna
not
do it on
understand?
Base's panel?
No, wait a minute. I don't call you names. Why are you calling me names?
We can do
Oh,
it on
that
my
dude's a simp.
channel. We can do it on his channel. I don't give a shit. Just wherever.
Finkel might be the biggest simp on YouTube. Not sure.
Who?
Finkel.
Sarge Finkel.
Okay.
GS's boyfriend.
I don't think they get along very well.
No, I don't think they're friends. I think
boyfriend girlfriend.
They're pretty angry
Well-
enemies last time I
But
checked.
GS would definitely be bottom. He made that very clear to everyone.
And
Izzy
now it's
says
time
go
for
to his
intervention.
channel and tell him.
Who?
But a man that has to brag
Finkel?
about what he's done isn't much of a man
Go to
in
whose
that
channel?
regard.
I think Izzy was referring. Maybe she was talking about GS.
Go to his channel and say what to who. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I was wondering.
Well,
All I
it
saw is
was either GS or old Sarge Finkel.
Yeah, because I've told Finkel to his face plenty of times.
Izzy is top notch. I'll vouch for that.
Izzy's cool.
You know,
Easily
on
sold.
I was on Old Sarge Finkel last night with Izzy, and Vips showed up. Well, actually, that's
Oh, boy.
why I hopped on the second time. So Vips, whatever his name is, he showed up, and it was the strangest diss I've ever heard. It looked like he was mid shitting on her, and said, "Yeah, and by the way, you're only a 6 out of 10. I've dealt with women hotter than you." And I was like, that was the strangest, simpiest diss I've ever heard.
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like you're above average looking.
Yeah.
By the way, you're an above average looking woman.
5 out of 7. It's best I
It
can
was, it was mind blowing. Izzy was talking to, looks like Denizen.
Me. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'll say anything I say about Finkel to his face. He can't really handle it though. He's a woman.
Yep.
Will you say anything?
For,
you say
for
about
example,
his
I always have. And he won't come to my panel, for example. That tells you the kind of guy he is.
Hmm.
You have a panel? Where is it?
Is it? I think
You
it's
know, on
is it your
YouTube.
panel. Or Moose's. Because you restream so many panels, I get confused which are yours and which aren't.
I know.
Their
It's like a
partner.
web and a maze.
It's interesting.
I've said it to him plenty of times. You're just telling me to do a thing that I've already done, and then
I
calling
have-
me an idiot when you. I don't know. Do you not understand English? Is it
Yeah.
because it's because she's a woman?
I'm not
I don't
a
even know who
fan
you're talking
of what is referred to as simping. I have no problem with old Sarge Finkel. However, I don't like, you brought up simping. I think it's bad in many ways because it's negative. It's sort of positive feeling reinforcement of negative attribute. Like in terms of, we were talking about recently, Crispy, Cynthia, that women get dragged on the internets on YouTube. And we were discussing that. But as an aside, women also have, generally speaking, way more opportunity to add really nothing. I'm not saying that you do that, Cynthia. I'm saying that there's many women. Well, no, we've all seen it. There's many women who, look, I played this fucking breastfeeding video, right? She pulls her tits out. It's still up on YouTube as far as I know, because it had already been up for a month, not taken down, and it just plugs to her OF, and she's pretending that she's feeding a baby. But it has nothing. It has nothing to do with a baby. She's literally plugging to her OF, and that's what I'm talking about.
Was that iFi?
Yes, it was in fact iFi.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a secret.
So I'm just saying that women can get away with looks things that I really don't see happening for men. So I'm just getting at the fact that there's pros and cons, to being on YouTube or online as a man or a woman.
Cons: women get their period. Pros: everything else.
We could pee standing up. Anyways, I'll give the panel hot seat thing a try if you want to give that a go a couple of times. But like I said, there's no real.
Wait, Dirty Dog's gonna come up?
There's no real complication to it. It's just like pick a topic, and then have our regular panelists, like on the one side, and then they have a hot seat where anyone from the audience can just jump in for their 15 minutes of fame. And then we just either dump on them, agree with them, continue the point, whatever. That's a good way to kind of keep conversations going, as opposed
And
to
where do you fall on that spectrum?
I'm for
That's
it.
where on the spectrum.
Yes. I has the autism, Chuck.
So, Izzy, I don't know if people were talking about my looks. Maybe. I don't. Was anyone talking about my looks in the clips?
No, other than saying you're a sex symbol.
I think
Is that
you
a
look
look?
like it. I
Is
think
that a
Not
you
look?
look
necessarily,
like an
no.
Antifa reject, but that's just me.
Well, I know he gives flow upon her.
Yeah, but an Antifa reject would be based.
No, like he's not even cool enough to be in the Antifa gang, like that kind of reject. Not for being so.
I don't know. He does wear black. That fits in with Antifa.
I bet he's got like a little commie symbol in the corner with rainbow flags on it and stuff. He just won't show us.
No, he wasn't being called a simp for the super chat. He's being called a simp because he's a simp.
Yeah, I didn't call him that. I
called
don't.
Dennis
I don't
a
like
simp. That was me.
what is simp behavior. I haven't seen whatever is being referred to. I haven't seen.
I have no
that,
problem
but,
with Finkel. He's never done anything to me, but he's just a colossal simp and not very bright. It's not his fault, I don't believe in free will, so.
You don't believe in free will?
Retarded.
No.
Dennis,
You don't?
You're retarded, dude. Quit
Wow.
being stupid.
Because he simps all the time.
Yeah, but he comes across as a little on the girly side.
Yeah, no, he's a huge colossal simp. Like he's a woman in an old man's body. With
Old
medals,
Sarge,
which is interesting.
I'm putting the link up if you're listening, Old Sarge. You can hop on and
Old
destroy
Sarge,
Denizen.
Denizen's calling you out, bro. So here's my thoughts on Old Sarge and gang.
How did this turn into Old Sarge?
Because y'all keep bringing it up.
Izzy took it really personally when I criticized him.
I didn't do shit, Cynthia. I'm only talking about it because they kept bringing it up. Anyways, here's my thoughts on it. He admitted that he knew that he was fucking with GS, because everyone agrees GS needs to grow some thick skin and get over the trolling. But that doesn't excuse the people that keep trolling him. So this is where I'm still kind of, I'm not really on one side or the other, because
If
I
I'm
understand
trolling
your
him, then I
point,
take it back.
Mio. Man up, toughen up. It's the internet. Get over it. Grow up. All that
You,
shit.
you mean as far as GS goes, like he should grow up, toughen up, that type of thing?
Yeah, I agree with that part.
Yeah,
But
I do
that
too.
doesn't mean with that we are now agreeing with all the fucktards that keep trolling him, knowing that he's that like emotionally, mentally fragile enough to keep falling for it. Because there's a difference between, society standards where you're saying, look, everyone should be, at least this tough and not deal with this shit. But I don't think there are any standards anymore.
But wait. You know I'm an airborne special forces killer dude. Come on now.
Okay, so again, I don't think that we should be encouraging the other people to keep trolling him and making it worse and stuff like that. Is what I'm saying. So
I think that's a very good point, and that is the reason that when we... Oh, hold up. Change of plans.
Oh.
What up, Izzy?
Oh, wait. What was the plan?
Hi, Izzy.
No, don't
Hi.
worry about it. What's
Oh.
going on?
Not much.
Peace and
How are you?
respect, Izzy.
Same to you, my friend. Same to you.
Hi, Izzy.
Greetings.
Hi, Cynthia. How's it going, everyone?
Very
Pretty
good.
Yeah. Well, no. So I have to push back. Is iFi still here?
it's me.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
When
the
it-
girl's still here.
When it came to GS, have you seen his recent videos? I mean, you can't just not make fun of him.
You talking about the one from Europe?
I've known him long enough, and I've seen all of y'all interacting with each other long enough to know, again, exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's a perfect solution here. Obviously, I could sit down with GS and have a man-to-man talk with him about
Good luck.
how difficult it is to present yourself on the internet openly in the public forum and not be susceptible to trolling and emotional attacks or whatever end up.
I wouldn't even
get
call
it.
them attacks.
Definitely attacks. When you're saying stuff like stolen valor and your wife's a slut or whatever and stuff like that, those are attacks.
No, I think they clarified the whole stolen valor thing. And if
Okay.
he's really hurt, he can always log off.
Okay, Izzy. So again,
Spoken like a true narcissist.
I understand, and Based
Thanks,
Oracle
Denison.
has probably put it the best. I agree with him the most, even though not 100%. It's definitely something GS needs to work on. He needs to understand that if you're going to be in the public forum, you're going to have to deal with certain amount of emotional control and not being able to be easily manipulated by fucktards who are just trying to rile you up.
Right.
And so that's one thing. That's one conversation. The other conversation is, in no way, shape, or form should we be encouraging these people like, ha ha ha, yeah, let's go fuck with GS because he's retarded and is easily trolled. I'm against that, even if he is slightly more weak than the average man. And I'm not saying he's meeting society's average standards, which I don't give a shit about that either, because society's fucked anyway. So there's too much.
No,
mental
that I agree
illness
with you
going
on. I
Okay,
don't
good.
think people should go out of their way to whatever he feels it's going.
And are they
right?
doing that?
Yeah,
Is
but he
Sarge
shouldn't have
doing
worn
that,
that
Izzy?
dress though.
Hold on, Denison.
What's that?
Is Sarge doing that?
Is he doing what?
Going out of his way to fuck with GS and troll him on a non-stop basis?
Not. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch.
Yes, you
YouTube
do
every-
know, Izzy. You've been there. You were on the same panels in the same chat rooms.
Oh, in
You
the
know
chat.
what
Well,
he's doing.
when you're a service
Okay,
service
Jody,
member
come up on panel and
and
educate me.
and you have to blow your horn about how great you were in the service, there's a problem.
Right.
Blowing something.
Chuck, I'm not debating whether or not any of his claims are valid or not. I'm simply talking about his inability to just have a public conversation about these things and maintain his emotional control during the conversation.
Oh, gotcha.
But whose
And
fault is
Based
that?
Oracle already put it very clearly. He needs to work on that Maybe me and Based Oracle can sit in a room by ourselves with GS and convince him, the best
We're
way
full
to
of love.
to dig
You-
himself out of that hole.
I think you guys
Is it
should.
tough
That
love?
would be amazing. I think
It's
that would be
tough love.
great. But you also haven't really been paying
Boo.
attention because he does sit out there and says all kinds of stuff about
Izzy, I
people.
am paying attention. I have seen the contradictions he says himself when he says, "I wish these people would stop fucking with me," and then he turns around and says, "I love it when people fuck with me. Keep doing
Well,
it."
why don't you talk to him on a one-on-one basis
I
instead of
understand
dragging
that-
Based into it?
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah. I like
mental-
to get dragged into things.
Hold on. That's the mental illness I'm talking about, Izzy. Obviously, he's not mentally healthy. So
That's true.
this is not the
It
person
would
that needs
seem.
to be constantly trolled and fucked with. And I agree. Maybe he should get off the internet because he doesn't have the mental stability to deal with these situations.
How do you know that though? How do you know
By
he
my
doesn't?
own observations, Izzy. My own eyeballs have told me.
Okay.
Hell, I'm not mentally
So,
stable to be on the
before I
internet.
Yeah, I
before
was just
go-
thinking, who is?
That's
before
true.
I go, before I go talk to GS and tell him, hey, dude, just get off the internet. You can't hack it here. I understand his perspective. He feels like, why does he have to like explain himself or defend himself? Why
He
can't
shouldn't.
he just be a decent person and mind his own business?
See-
And this is where the disconnect happens. Is he doesn't understand that the world isn't that kind or peaceful or respectful, and maybe he thinks
Trust
that
me,
Wait
I
a minute.
understand that.
This coming-
I understand that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
This coming from the guy that wants to go hide in the bunker every 2 months.
fuck you, Chuck. We're not talking about that. It's something
But
completely
listen,
different.
this is literally just online crap. This is not real life. I mean, talk about things that are happening in real life, right?
This isn't real life.
This is
Well,
real life.
it's
My
real life
Oh,
online.
bunker
shit.
is real life.
I'm
Right.
screwed.
It's
So if this is what's hurting his feelings and getting him to like lose his mental whatever, then we're really in trouble as a country.
Izzy, people talk
As a
about
country?
their personal experiences in
Well,
life, like
it's
military
true.
service and stuff like that online. That's real. And so obviously some people take that very serious and they can't handle joking about it or attacks.
Then
on
don't
their
bring it up.
honor.
Then don't bring it up.
I
And don't-
understand that.
don't
Izzy.
embellish
Some
it.
Other people don't understand that, and
Okay,
even when
but
you try
then-
to explain it to them, they still don't understand
Right.
it.
So Based literally held his hand and walked him to the pond and said, "Here's the water. Drink it."
Yeah, and
And
it
guess
turns
what
out I
he
should have
did?
walked him to the shed, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
Hey.
you held his hand, Based? Oh,
And
He
look-
did
no.
hold his hand.
He got very triggered
Oh.
by me, and I'm not even a very interesting guy, in all fairness.
You're just not a very
Well,
interesting
you-
guy. And that's
Yeah.
not even me trying to
I'm
be personal.
so not interesting that the last 4 times we've spoken, each time has been you reaching out to me through one method or another.
Yeah, well, people have been wanting this debate, so I gave it to them.
Oh, so that's the real reason.
Yeah, well, that's always
So
been
it's
the
not
reason.
the other reason that you just gave, it's because of that.
Nice.
Also, speaking of contradictions that no one on panel caught earlier, someone said that Based is very respectful and unbiased to his guests and panelists, and at the bottom of his screen it scrolls "No Lives Matter." So some of you guys aren't paying attention. So you really need
Well,
to
that seems
actually
fair.
listen to
I
the
never
words
said
He's
that he
applying
was
it equally to
respectful.
everyone.
No,
No
that-
lives
that-
matter.
That's not.
Do you remember that when
respect,
Andrew
that's-
Wilson said at the end of the debate that he wasn't even sweating? That
Hey,
it was some
listen.
lighting thing, and
It
whoever
was the
said that was a
cigarettes.
retard?
The cigarettes make him sweat. But anyways,
Yeah,
Why are you
for his
taking it
stomach.
so seriously? Do we need to talk to you too, iFi?
yes,
Yep.
talk to me. Talk to me,
Yes.
Izzy.
Yes.
Is that
Talk
the
to me.
problem?
Go ahead.
All right, we're doing it.
I think you need to take him to the pond.
Okay, y'all are the 4 panelists, and I'm in the hot seat. Go ahead. Oh, just Izzy and I. Okay.
Oh, yikes.
Speed date. So
no,
I like
nope,
long walks on
I
the
am
beach.
Nope, we're not speed dating. I'm a married
Oh,
woman. But okay, tell me about what's going on there. Why are you so emotionally triggered right now?
What makes you think I'm emotionally triggered?
It's very obvious
Obvious to who?
to everybody.
Do you speak for everybody or just like half
Okay,
of all the
it's
people?
very obvious to me that you're triggered right now for some
Okay,
reason.
what am I triggered about, do you think?
You tell me.
I'm not triggered by anything. I felt like sharing my 2 cents on an ongoing drama that's
Mhm.
between GS and a lot of his friends and family and audience and haters and trolls and all that sort of stuff. And so a long time ago, me and Based Oracle used to be buddies with him. I'm still friends with GS, by the way. I have zero problem with him.
Mhm.
I understand he has mental issues that he needs to deal with, which again, like I said,
Did he
I
say
don't
that?
see.
Did he say that though publicly?
He didn't say that. I'm saying that. I am saying that.
Are you licensed?
I'm not a licensed psychiatrist. No,
Okay.
sorry.
No, go ahead. But
Are
so
you a licensed
no, I'm not.
psychiatrist?
But I also
Okay.
didn't say that he has any mental issues. So here's the thing, though.
Well,
You
it's
s-
obvious to me that he has mental issues. To everybody, Izzy. It's
I
obvious to
I
everybody.
look at it. I think it's a weakness to me. I don't take it as mental issues. So here's the thing that I caught. The first thing you said that
Uh-huh.
GS and his family and their business. Are you part of his family?
Nope.
So
So we shouldn't give any regard or concern for his family and how we talk
so
about them online.
oh, I'm not talking about his family. So why are you white
Oh,
knighting
some
for
people
him?
are. Are you okay
Well,
with that? Or are you
hold
against
on.
that
He
or
brought
for it?
his family into YouTube. To be clear, he has talked about his family on YouTube. Just saying.
Okay, so
Thank
no
you.
one started trolling him until he brought up his own family. No one said anything about his wife
I,
or his
I don't
family
know, dude.
until
I
he
am
brought it
2 months
How would
old
anyone know
YouTube
about his
years.
wife before he brought her up?
I brought up the fact that I'm married. Is it okay if the internet starts saying things about my wife now? Is that
Well,
okay?
for instance, Ifi, if he brings up, which this did happen, that only his wife would know how enraged he gets, and then I countered, why would you not shield your wife from that rage? Is that me being mean, or is that me simply using what he said to show him sort of an error potentially of his way?
Bingo, that's a great point. So to me, it feels like you're trying to white knight for Todd,
I
which is
definitely
really
am. I'm
weird.
simping for GS.
That's weird, dude.
Well, I used to simp for BO, but he's got enough girlfriends now, so now I'm gonna simp for GS, if you don't mind.
No, hey, it's a free country.
I hope it doesn't trigger you, by the way, because
No,
you
not at
seem
all.
very emotionally triggered by this conversation.
Not
It
at
seems
all.
obvious to everyone, but
Nah.
Toxic femininity.
are you licensed, by the way?
I never claimed to be anything, but nice try though.
Like I said, easily triggered, guys. Like I
Well,
said,
well,
this
hold on,
takes
Ifi,
much.
has he made it known that he's seen a licensed, as if that fucking means anything, by the way, that he's seen a licensed psychologist or psychiatrist,
Did
and
he
they
even
discern
claim?
that he has a mental illness?
Yes, exactly. Did he even
Do
claim that
crazy
he has
people
that?
ever think that they're crazy?
Okay,
So
but you're asking for
no.
her credentials. Where are yours?
So
She
you're
asked for my credentials, base. Back up the video, motherfucker,
because
and see
you
who asked
said
first.
because you literally said that he's struggling mentally. You said it.
Because even though I'm not a licensed psychiatrist, I am smart enough to know when humans struggle with their mental conditions.
And then now you accused him of being crazy.
Mental, you're in the same position,
Mentally
Ifi.
ill, crazy, whatever
We
word
all
you
are.
use, Izzy, I don't give a fuck. Obviously,
GS.
he's not mentally
Well,
healthy. I think that's pretty clear.
sounds like you care.
And what up,
I do
Richard?
care, Izzy. That's the difference between me and you, Izzy.
I don't know
care
him.
about GS's mental well-being. You
That's
don't.
great. I because I don't know him. He's not my friend.
I don't know him either. You know him better than I know him. You've known him longer than I've known him. So
That's not true. I'm literally 2 months old YouTube years. You just said you, Based and him, used to be friends.
But you're up here telling him how weird it is that he
the
cares
first
about his
time I saw
friends' mental
GS
well-being.
on panel was, I think you were in the room with other people like F3 or Sarge or someone. I can't remember who was there. I just thought,
Okay.
well, this is weird. Why are all these people ganging up on him about, you know, his military history or whatever? And so
And
that's all I
and
knew.
pause. Richard, can you hear us, or can we?
I
Hear
do
you?
hear you. Peace and respect to you all. And the answer to your question is opposite the core of the planet.
Huh?
Okay.
You did ask me what's up.
Ah, all right, that was deep.
The sky.
Very rich.
So, Richard, do you have any input given where we are now or the topic at large, which is give me more credit?
I try to judge people individually, and I like to think the best of them at the start, and they can always prove me wrong, and I'll accept it.
Agreed.
Same.
Dude, I'm in the opposite world. I assume everyone's evil and retarded, and I wait till they prove me wrong, so it saves time.
Well,
That doesn't sound right.
Everybody's your problem.
Maybe your problem's not my problem.
I mean, it comes with its own set of challenges and problems, I'm sure, but most people are evil and retarded.
Look, Base had to pause for a second because he was like, "Oh shit."
Well, what I was
I
going to
just
say is,
corrected me.
I know that most people in society, I'm speaking largely of the U.S., but probably more micro where I am, but I've been all over the U.S., I've been all over the world for that matter.
The planet.
With that said, all over Earth. With that said, I do believe most people are retarded, and I don't mean retarded as in the medical terminology. I mean the opposite of advanced. That they are retarding. Hey, they are retarding themselves with all the buffers that exist. Right, getting drugged up on dumb, and that is a choice. It's a choice for all of us. And of course, most of these people I'm referring to, most people have cope. They say, "Oh well, I'm just giving some nuance. Oh well, I can't afford to eat healthy." Lie. I don't have time. Lie. Well, I like smoking, whatever it is, whatever millions of copes are out
Trees.
there. And what up, Taylor State?
I do really like smoking.
I know
Retard
you do.
activated.
Look at his profile pic, retard on. See, this is why I like Flo. Vampire Hours Flo is best. I agree.
Activating retard mode.
I'm just here for the loosh.
Are most humans
fair?
Intelligent
He likes that
or
word.
retarded? What's your vote?
Most humans are simple and naive, but but only to an extent. People pick up on patterns over time.
If you put average, something other than average, on the bell curve of human intelligence, say you put it at the score 130, well, then you're going to say that most people are retarded.
Yes.
However, if your average is the average, the actual average, then you're going to say 50% of people are less than average, obviously.
No, I understand that, but here's the thing. But let me distinguish naturally versus where we are now, and I'm specifically referring to all of the drug usage, as I refer to drug usage, not as most people would interpret drug usage, which means, oh, you think everyone is smoking crack? Oh, you think cigarettes are the devil? It's none of that. I'm just talking about people who can be better, but decide not to. They do the actions or they don't do the actions to make themselves better. They don't put any effort in it. Well, I don't care what they think. I don't care how they vote. I don't care what their concerns are, because they are their biggest problem. Speaking of GS.
Also, is drug use a cause of stupidity or an extension of?
Well, now you're conflating stupidity. I'm talking about retardation.
That's what I mean when I call people retards. I'm not saying they have Down syndrome. I'm saying humans that have the capacity of intelligence but choose to say fucking stupid things are retarded.
Base is actually more precise with his language on this one.
About me.
How is he more precise than the
Because
exact
retardation is a stunted development. And so if you're getting high, you're stunting your potential.
Oh,
It depends what you're getting high on.
There's lots of people that've done drugs.
100%.
I smoked pot in high school and I became an engineer. So
Sure.
is my
No,
brain retarded?
no, it's not a guarantee, but it's not helping people on their end, and it definitely pulls way more people down than drugs have ever helped.
Yeah, that's probably true.
completely
Like
beside
if
the
you're
point of my
if you're already an engineer and a genius and you do cool drugs, that's probably gonna be different than if you're a normie or a tard and you do drugs.
The point of my question to Base was, is the drug use a symptom of their stupidity, or do you think it's causing their stupidity? They were smart people, but then the drugs made them stupid.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
Both.
it's both. But let me give you a example here. So a lot of people blame government. I don't like the government. I talk about how fucked up the government is all the time. However, we have to understand that. If you want to ignore that and operate as if that's not the case, you're fucking retarded. if you want to understand the truth of what it is, how fucked up the system is, the fact that nobody is really pushing against it, the whole drain the swamp, yeah, that went real fucking well. I'm sure next time it'll change, right? Because I'm full of hope and cope.
Okay, but what about the fact that these people are being deliberately programmed with hope and cope? Do you, is there any room in your mind, or do you already agree that a plurality, if not a majority of people, are simply incapable of having these kind of introspective thoughts, thinking in abstract ways, mental diversity, in other words?
Yeah, so I think to a degree, I think that a lot of people could change, that not everyone is incapable. They may be incapable at the moment, and I think largely due to lack of nutrient deficiency. I mean, all the way down the list. There's a lot that we could talk about that I have talked about.
I think that's bullshit, but nah.
Yeah, see, that's what it looks like, I think, when you're born really intelligent.
I think all humans have the capacity of roughly the same amount of intelligence. Some
him even worse. He's even worse than you.
Like the bottom half of the bell curve.
And some people sleep on their brains until they become
I guess the
retarded.
left side of the bell curve.
It's literally what you make of it yourself. You're born in the US, you have all these programs and all these resources, and however you want to use them and whatever you want to make of them is what you can do with your life, right?
And yet there's genius people born in third world countries, so it
So-
doesn't depend on
Bingo.
where you're born or your genetics or your nutrition.
And let me answer this.
Your use of your brain.
Let me answer this real quick from Mavid. He says, he or she, I don't know. There are problems, so I definitely care how they vote because their votes are ruining America. There are problems. Yeah, I understand what you're saying on the surface if you're playing checkers, but if you understand that there's certain things that you cannot change, and then there's certain things that you can change, it would be much wiser to concentrate on what you can change, which is your own life in the micro sense, which then affects the macro sense, rather than concentrating on caring about how they vote. How the fuck are you going to change that? I'm really curious. Are you going to yell at them and they're going to be like, oh no, I changed my mind? There's no hardcore Trumper that you're going to change their mind. There's no hardcore Kamala that you're going to change her mind. Not going to happen.
The Union Party voters don't have a mind to change, first of all, which gets back to my most people are retarded point. Anyways, moving on. Are most
You
people
control them
evil
with fear.
or good, based Oracle?
What's that?
Are most people good or evil?
I don't think it's necessarily that black and white, but I think people are indulging more in
If
evil.
you had to
as-
ballpark it for us.
Well,
I
define
can't
evil.
ballpark it.
Define evil, though.
People that murder babies and shit like that, that's pretty evil.
Oh, then most people are good.
Oh, most people are good?
OnlyFans.
Almost all people are good. It's a tiny minority of people who are evil enough to commit those kind of crimes.
I agree. Now
So, like
back
all the
to
degenerates and shit, most
back to
people are...
GS. How are you going to, solve that issue for him?
Which issue?
You
Well,
said that
actually,
he's crazy.
disassociating yourself from someone and then not being an influence in their life is no way to influence their life.
Also, this conversation, like not having this conversation, I would have to say would be step 0.5.
Well, he brought it up, so I want to ask
I'm not
him how
blaming
he's going to
anyone.
fix it.
I'm
not blaming anyone. I'm merely stating what I think is the fact, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll blame iFi, and I agree with Denizen not having this conversation. See, iFi does a thing where he asks extremely polarizing black and white questions that aren't representative of reality.
Why is IFI always putting people in boxes, BO?
Why does iFi always ignore nuance and force people to pick between two extremes? It's actually, and I don't know if you're doing it, I don't think that you're probably smart enough to be doing this on purpose. It is a manipulative tactic to force people into a tribe, basically.
I think you're barely smart enough to understand what I'm saying, Flow State. That's why I will
Are
engage you
people good or
occasionally.
evil? You think I'm barely smart enough to understand that?
Yeah, do you know
He's
what good and
Christian.
evil is,
Everything's
Flow State?
binary.
The answer is that people are obviously both of those things, and it's contextual.
Oh, so
But you're-
good and evil doesn't exist. It's just a great
Let
world,
me
Flow State.
see. There you go. See, but you
Literally
you
did the
insist
thing
on
you just
asking
said.
questions that shove people into both two options, both of which are false
dichotomies.
Right. What you doing that for? Are you trying to understand things worse?
So if we hold on, I know you want to answer that, but when we talk about evil, wouldn't we come to that conclusion based on a preponderance as we view it of evil actions, right? Evil actions are always taking place on some kind of plane, and there's gray area, right? Is it okay to kill a fetus if the mother is going to die and it's going to save her life? I don't know the answer. I would think that if you believe in God, that you would believe God would have the answer.
I'm not
but
even
I don't
bringing
know if that
religion
is
into it.
evil or not evil in that case.
When I asked
However, hold the fuck on. When it's month 8, week 2, and then let's say mother decides, you know what, I changed my mind. If that was literally it, I would say that sounds pretty fucking evil. Because there's a lot of babies that have been way premature compared to that who have made it. So, look, there's lines, and you want a black and white answer. Are people more evil than good?
I wanted your
It
gray
can't
answer,
be answered.
Moist.
You know, you're not going to hear me if you're talking when I'm talking.
Well, fuck. Go ahead.
No, I finished now. You probably missed some, but go on.
Besides all the bullshit that Flow State just said, I wasn't creating a black and white dichotomy which requires a Christian morality to answer the
I didn't say shit about Christian morality.
All I asked you,
That was
Base,
me.
is on your concept of good and evil, would you say most people fall into the category of good or evil? And I noticed you
And
weren't
was
able
this
to answer
question leading somewhere? Is there a reason for it, or are you just throwing out absurd
No,
questions
there's no
and giving
reason
people?
why I asked question
Yeah.
flow. That's why I was hoping you were
That's
going to
that's
show
what
up
I'm
and shut
saying.
down the stream.
Whether you're a
Thanks, bro.
troll or just a moron, you set up these false dichotomies and ask people to choose from them.
I was hoping you would come on panel and shut down the stream as usual. Thanks, bro. That's what I was waiting for. Thanks for helping us out.
I think that it's
Fucked hard. This is
to
why I don't
base
talk
to
to him anymore.
base to your thing that I was thinking that I think that sometimes it's difficult for I would think that if a baby is born without a mother to raise the baby and that is also a hard life. Yeah, I think
I wouldn't go there, Crispy, if I were you. I don't think it's the point of it. IFI is an idiot. What we got out of this.
IFI is an idiot.
Yeah, we all agree. It's
And
obvious to
maybe bad
everyone
faith.
that's certified.
Very possibly bad faith. It's hard for me to believe that anybody could be dense enough to just repeatedly stumble into the same
By the way,
pattern.
what's your IQ, Izzy? I'm curious since I'm a fucking idiot. How smart are you, Izzy?
You're the one that failed. You're the one that failed, and the army didn't even take you, dude.
I'm the
Is
one
that
in
true?
real life that's a
Yes.
licensed professional engineer, you fucking
Sure.
retard. So how smart are you
Sure you
compared
are.
to me?
And we're supposed to just take your word for it.
So you fucking retarded bitch. How smart are you compared to me?
God.
You fucking
Yikes.
All right, IFI, I'm going to do you a favor. I know you're probably going to be mad at me. It's okay. But I'm going to do you a favor and remove you because I don't think you want to say what you're saying right now.
He's a
He really
Christian,
got
right?
triggered when I called out his terrible question tactics.
Wow. And I think everybody has the ability to be evil. I do.
Exactly, Crispy.
I'd like to back up to what actually Based Oracle was saying, but I want to present a little bit of pushback because I think there are people who want to know things and want to become better, and yet we have the problem, the issue of the unknown unknown, and because of that, and not because people are not sharing with them what is there that they're unaware of, they can't learn it.
Like you don't know what you don't know type of deal. I mean, okay. Yeah, no, I hear you, but I would also say there's so much in front of us. And I know I kind of get into these nuances. To me, eating is an easy one. Drinking water is an easy one. Where, yeah, it's very simple. We need water and food to survive. No shit, everyone knows this. But the importance of clean water and good food, more than not, all right, I'm trying to make this simple, more than not, is beneficial not just to how you look, but how you operate, your brain, your other organs. It's important. And what I'm saying is, when people don't even give a fuck about that for themselves overall, you know, I'm not getting into, oh, well, this person's 10 pounds overweight, so they clearly don't give a fuck. I am not saying that. oh, this person smokes cigarettes, so they clearly don't give a fuck. I am not saying that. I'm saying the more apt that people are to destroy themselves, right? So if you're doing everything wrong, you're an alcoholic, you're a drug addict, and you smoke cigarettes, and you're on social media all day, and it goes on and on. Those type of people, I believe, can change and choose not to, because the instant gratification of being used to those drugs, feeling that they need them to survive, keeps them coming back every morning, afternoon, whatever it is. And if they prolong that gratification and kind of purge themselves, did a fast, let's say, I know we were talking about this last night, Denizen, it would be a tremendous difference. You would actually see who you really are.
Yeah.
Which is against IFI's argument that because he took backward what you'd said. I think what you're saying, tell me where I'm wrong, is I think what you're saying, tell me where I'm wrong, is that if a person has some certain genetic potential, yet they injure themselves constantly, then they're not going to be at their genetic potential. Is that fair?
Yeah, right. They're not going to be at their natural genetic, however one wants to phrase that. You can't be your best. I mean, to really simplify it.
But what if 80% of humanity is genetically incapable of this level of thinking?
Well, on a very simplistic level, it's, bring good things into your body, your brain, and keep bad things out. I think everyone can comprehend that. I just don't think everyone wants to deal with that, because it can be painful if you're used to, obviously if you're addicted mentally, physically, etc.
Do you think I'm talking about like the scale between someone like Plato and like a cat that sees itself in the mirror and hunches its own back?
Denizen, would you agree with me that it's a responsibility of the capable to give to those incapable in such a way that they can understand, to bring them up into a higher level? I mean, all I have to do is consider the kindergarten teacher and the student.
Yes, you didn't say obligation or duty. You said responsibility, and so I would agree with you.
So I wouldn't say give, though. I would say lead. And here's where I would distinguish. If somebody is clearly showing that they're not going to follow, and I do not mean, to be clear here, oh, I told you to do this and you didn't do it. I haven't told anyone what to do. I didn't tell Joe Cool to start drinking more water. I don't think we had that conversation. I think he was just hearing things I was talking about, or to purge sugar. I didn't tell him to do that. I didn't tell anyone to do that. But my point is, if somebody, like GS, for instance, the topic of convo, if he asks me for help, which he did, and then I give it to him, and he continuously, to the degree that I discern, is just ignoring it, he's an asshole. I'm going to ask you for advice, then not do it, and then complain about my current circumstance over and over again on loop mode. That's where I say, okay, we're cool. I mean, I don't hate you, but I'm not going to continue to try to lead you in this way that you had previously asked me for.
I think he's a depressed man, or an angry man, and depressed is what I think about that man.
I think anger has a good amount to do with it. I don't think,
but I don't think it has
on
anything to do
good.
with people on the internet. I think it has something to do with,
I agree with you, Crispy.
Yeah.
And as came up, oh, my wife knows. This is what he said. Oh, my wife knows how rageful I can get.
Yeah.
And I just said to him, and I get it. Look, I've had plenty of relationships. I understand that it can be triggering at times. Things said, whatever. But with that said, if your wife knows, oh, trust me, bro, my wife could tell you how rageful I get. I'm saying to him, do you think that's a good thing? Or is it not your duty as a husband to try to protect her from that rage? Meaning not show her that. Nobody's perfect. I didn't say to be perfect. I'm just saying for thought provocation, wouldn't that be a good thing?
Right. And I mean, I'm sure if he saw somebody on the street that was speaking to his wife in the same rageful way that he spoke to his wife, he would knock him out.
That's true, probably.
Yeah.
Or he would claim he would.
The way he speaks to his own wife.
Well, you know what I mean. So,
right, that is what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Yeah, but he just, I think he's got a lot of rage in him and a lot of anger in him, and I think that is part of. I mean, I think that's part of his. I think he's depressed, honestly, and I think
Wi-Fi or GS? Who are we talking? I stepped away for a second.
yes.
Wi-Fi is probably the same way.
I'm not even sure if he believes what he says he believes, or if he just is trying to get under people's skin. I'm not sure.
Well, if you can't trust somebody who never cams up on the internet, who can you trust?
Right. So
look, by the way, I went on a panel last night. What is it? The People's Panel or some bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I didn't recognize at first. There was this woman on there who recognized me right away. She was like, "Oh, that doesn't sound like him," because I put up the filter, and I was like, "I don't even know who she is." And it turned out she was this one that was on Tomato Stream with me a while back, like 3 months ago, and we had some back and forth, and it got put into a one-on-one whatever speed date, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
And anyways, I was just kind of digging in, joking around, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so honest, that type of thing. And I said, "Oh, you're super honest?" "Yeah, I'm an open book, super honest." Whenever somebody tells me they're honest, my first thought is, "You're a fucking liar."
Absolutely.
So anyways,
Sure.
I said, she was kind of braggadocious, and I said, "Okay, body count." Now, this is not a question I would normally ask a woman. I don't ask women I deal with their body count.
I bet you do. For some reason, you seem like the type.
Well, I do not. So,
You mean in general, or even when you're dating?
No, I mean ever.
Ever.
I just don't.
Okay.
But in the panel space, sometimes this was one of those times. So, anyways, I said, "All right, what's your body count?" And she was like 35, and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, I don't know about all that." And she's like, "Oh, it doesn't mean anything." And I said, "So, let me ask you, do you think a woman who's been with 100 men, 100 dicks inside of her is not a whore?" And she's like, "No." And she's like, "Why are you calling me a whore?" And I said, "I'm not. I'm just trying to make sense of this." So anyways, I didn't recognize it was her. And she was angry as fuck at me the whole time. The entire panel came at me. It was, I was actually going to pull it up today. But yeah, it was good times.
Yeah, I want to see that for sure.
I had a similar
So
experience.
if a whole panel comes at you at once, does that make you a whore?
Yeah, I was taking it, I guess.
I agree. It doesn't matter if she's not the kind of person that's going to get married.
I mean, I think that you have to, whatever she said, you have to double that number, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't think she'll get married and just have a bad marriage.
I mean, to Crispy's point, I wouldn't even believe a woman. That's one reason I wouldn't ask. In general, I don't take it serious. And the second reason is I wouldn't need to. Over time, I can discern. And not that I really care, but I'm just saying in terms of the way that they act over time, I'm just, if it gets to a certain point, I'm like, damn, you've been with too many dudes. Like you dislike men at this point. You distrust men. And that's where I would exit.
Right. And what were you going to say, Dennison? You started to say something before. And I forget what it was.
I had a similar experience over there just for my opinion on Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh, on
with the same woman, too, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she did not like me. She did not like me. And here's the thing. She did kind of like me, but she was so holding on to this resentment of the conversation I fucking forgot about.
36.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
God.
I'm good. I'm on my best behavior now.
Oh, man. Well, you run into some crazies on here for sure, and that will hold on to these things that you say on the internet that are just in conversation, and they take it very personally. And
do you guys know who Benton is?
Who?
Benton.
No, I do not. Mm-mm.
I remember the first time I asked a woman her body count. It almost felt unnatural.
Why are you asking about?
Because
now I do all the time.
The grudge holding thing. Benton held a grudge against me for like a year and a half, but without me knowing about it or having an idea.
Oh, you weren't aware of
I
what
guess
the grudge was?
I had no idea. I had no idea this dude was even mad at me at all. I went on his panel, and before I got, apparently, the first time I went on his panel, he was talking about how much he hates PDFs, right?
Sure.
And I was unimpressed with his generic virtue signaling, and I think that I diminished his virtue that he was referencing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second time I got on his panel a year and a half later.
What happened?
Oh, he kicked me out of backstage and then spent the rest of the stream like parading around about how I'd never be up on his panel and blah blah blah, like
Just going crazy.
like
And you
how
didn't
he'd been
even
holding that in
realize
for so long. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You didn't even realize you were in a fight.
Yeah, that
Right.
holding on to grudges shit, I really don't get in a way. Like, there's certain people I don't want to deal with, no doubt. I just don't like to deal with them, I found out. But there's a lot of people who actually hate me on YouTube, if you didn't know.
That's crazy.
And I don't have any hate towards them. Like, if they showed up, you wouldn't see me. You haven't seen me because they do show up. Like, spurging at them. I mean, I'll joke, right? You've seen me, trigger some people. But I'm not mad. I don't think about it at night. It's fucking done. If they came back the next day, I even told Wilson when he hopped on, I was like, look, bro, you can hop on tomorrow. And he just held on to that hate. He just like, this fucking guy, how dare you? I don't know what it was. Like, you're damaging my brand. I don't know.
Wow. That's
No, he
big.
didn't say that. I'm just inferring.
Yeah. Well, that's that has less to do about with you and more to do with them themselves. Like there's something
Right.
else wrong, where somebody's short conversation has triggered them that much where they hold on to it for a length of time. I get off of the internet and I literally don't think about these people at all again until I run into them, and again I don't think about them ever. I don't talk about them in my real life. It's
Right,
just that kind of a thing.
And I think if more people were like that, which I think is a result of being more solid with yourself than not, right? To talk like this, because obviously it's not a binary. Like, you're not solid at all, 0%. Oh, you're 100%. That doesn't exist. But I'm just saying, being more solid with yourself, I think you're less apt to take these things too serious.
Well, that came with age, though. I wouldn't say that I was always like that, but it did come with age where I didn't care as much. But I still care. I still care about what people think, and I think that people that say Flo's going to disagree with me immediately. But
I'm not going to.
That people
I don't think.
people that say they don't care what other people think, I think that is bullshit. I think everyone cares what people think in some way or another.
Well, yeah, that's not a binary either, but I'm saying things are relative, right? So let's say when you were younger, you really cared what people think. Like, you dressed based on how you thought people would think and on and on, versus you got to a point where you less care what people think. You see what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, for instance, I think women dress for other women. I don't think they dress for men.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
They dress for other women.
Because they're lesbians.
No, because I think they care
I
about
love
what
how they
women-
say that shit.
Why?
What?
Why
Because
does
it's
I mean, they
ridiculous.
probably do though, Denison,
Why do you
because
say
dudes,
that?
No, they do not.
Dennison?
dudes
Why do
will
you say
pound
that?
either way.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's not true, Dennison?
Because it's absurd and ridiculous, and you
Is that
absolutely
your
do it for
opinion, or do
military.
you have an example?
Yes, that's my
It's-
opinion.
No,
It's
it makes
because-
I could make up an example right now if I wanted
It
to. I
makes
could just
sense.
lie.
It's a female dominance hierarchy move. Men will pound either way.
hmm
I
Yeah.
mean, that's true.
And I do think that women dress
Hierarchy
for
of
other
what,
women
Flo?
for sure. They do.
Mm-hmm.
I
For the
don't know,
social
however-
hierarchy.
Yeah, however
So you can
women
be
do
the
their
most
social.
important chick in the pecking order, or so that you can fuck the hottest guy in the football
Well,
team.
look,
Do you think
clearly
the
it's
hottest guy
both.
won't fuck because she's not wearing the new Uggs?
Right.
I didn't say that.
Right.
That's
But look,
Nor
clearly-
is that
hold
claim
on.
a
It's both.
reputation of
It's
mine.
both, right? It's both. Everyone can agree it's both. But Denizen thinks it's mostly, I agree with him, I think it's mostly for male attention, men attention. But I do believe to some degree women dress for other women, but I don't think that's the primary reason. I don't think that's the most important reason. I
men
think if
don't
women were
know to
just
appreciate it.
If women were just in a house with no men in sight, it wasn't being filmed, it wasn't recorded, I don't think any of them would be wearing makeup.
Sure, everything everyone does is a pass through to sex or food, basically, right?
Yeah.
But
most guys are fucking knothole in a tree.
That's
right.
got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it does. And also,
Yeah, it does.
no guys know
They're
the
still
brand.
doing it for men. They don't wear high heels to push their hips forward for other women.
This is going to be one of those areas where Denison dug in on his rightness and
On my opinion? Oh shit! My bad.
No, you're right. You're smart. You're smart.
You said your opinion's dumb.
The girls don't know about girls any better than Denizen does.
And
Women
I want
lie.
you-
Women don't have the slightest idea what
Women
motivates them.
lie, but Denizen's an
They're
expert.
emotional.
Denizen
They're
is-
emotional children.
Men lie too.
I want you to understand this, dog.
Understand this, dog.
You know, obviously we have different opinions of, you know, what percentage, but we are all individuals. I think it's just easier to start with where we're different. Like in terms of, Cynthia, you said the other night, when you thinking of Flo or Denizen or whoever, you don't think first primarily that they're men. And I was pushing back that that's sort of a uni, like we're all the same type of thing. I definitely do think about gender first. I think
I do
Cynthia's a
too.
woman before I talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
You're
I
like,
do too.
damn, look at that
Star
big
Trek.
bulge on Flow State.
Yeah, I think
I
about
think
it
it's their
being gender.
character.
Mhm.
I definitely just character.
I just posted that in my chat. What she said.
What?
You gotta highlight it because I can't do it justice.
I did.
He does. Oh yeah, there it is.
What's the start?
Oh yeah, that's just the thing. Like some people, like they hide behind avatars, so you can't really get a gauge for them. So
I don't hide behind an avatar. I'm perfect. I'm genuine. I'm more genuine than most people on camera.
see, and
I doubt that.
See, now I don't believe you.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it just
someone
goes to
said
show
I'm
what
more
good judges of
genuine.
character you
If
are. I
you
find
had
it amusing.
not made that claim overtly, it would have made you look more genuine.
Mhm.
What claim?
That you're more genuine than other people on the panel, that made you look ungenuine.
I didn't say that.
Or some variation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a lot more genuine than most people who are on camera. That's what I said.
Okay, that's what you said. It's
Yeah,
not
so
even
you
been-
disagree?
It's not materially different from what I said. Yes, and this is
isn't?
this is a perfect example because you just made an asshole little correction over something that is not material to the points.
It is material. It's
That was a
absolutely
dis-
100%
that was a
material.
disingenuous
Me saying that I'm
objection.
more genuine than everybody else on the panel isn't
It's
even
most-
in the
I
same
said than most
universe.
people. Yeah, no,
Isn't
see, now
even,
you're being
no, but I didn't
disingenuous
say on the
again,
panel at
Denizen.
all. I didn't mention the panel at all. You're still lying.
Oh.
I didn't say anything about anybody on this panel at all. You're a Cynthia.
What'd you say?
Oh,
What did you say about me? What did you say? I wasn't even. I was going back
No,
and
so I was
fact
talking
checking
about
what
him.
you said.
I said
I was
he's a
going
you.
back- I was going back
He's
and
just freaking out because he's disingenuous.
Yes,
I
I'm
was
freaking out.
fact checking what he said because you have to double
If-
check Dennison. You're that
If you
type
give
of
me
person that
$250,000,
you have to
Izzy, I'll show you my
double-check it.
face right now. I
Okay.
can
Thank
give you my
you,
brokerage
Izzy,
account to wire
for
it
the
to.
Thank you, Izzy, for the 495. Thank you for the super chat. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Denizen, would you like to show your face?
I would love to. $250,000 to my brokerage account.
What is
Hit
with
me,
these?
hit me up on Discord. I'll give you the wiring
So,
information.
yeah. So what did you say about me, Dennison? When I came back,
I didn't
because
say
I
anything about you.
turned it down.
Tell
I
us
turned it
more about how sincere you are, whatever the word was that you're
Oh, was he
correcting him.
saying that he's more sincere
Well, I mean,
than
I'll
you
show
and
my
I,
face for
bro?
$250K. You think that's a lie?
I don't. In my opinion, you're not a sincere person, Dennison. Just like
I know, but you're a shitty judge of character, and you're insincere.
Just like in your opinion, women dress for men and not for women. So why can you have an
Cynthia,
opinion?
he
and I
just told you he's more sincere
You
than
can
you.
have your opinion.
Okay.
Who said you can't have your opinion?
I have it.
Cynthia.
That's mine.
You literally paid $5 to somebody else for me to show my face, and you're telling me I'm not worth it.
Okay,
That's
hold
not
on,
me.
It just became the subject of the stream.
Richard.
Cynthia, I believe the quote was flow state, in reference to flow state, you're a Cynthia.
What does that mean, Dennison?
Probably that you're a liar. I can't remember. What were we talking about?
She's
What were you?
Oh,
trying to-
yeah, it's when you twist words that make the statement materially the opposite of what someone says, except he goes the extra step of claiming that there's no difference. You pretend like there's no difference. He argues there's no difference.
They're wasting fucking lives like this. Tommy, Chuck, all these hours and hours and hours gossiping and complaining online.
God damn it, leave me out of it.
Arguing
Damn it, Chuck.
semantics. Yeah.
I don't.
It's
Yeah, because the meaning of words actually matter.
Jonathan
That's
loves to dive bomb conversations into semantic minutia.
Because he's
I
so
just-
genuine. This is what genuine people do.
The difference between saying that I am more genuine than the people on this panel and saying that I'm more
You said
genuine
most
than
people on the panel.
Both
Most
of them
people who
are
can't
arrogant
talk on the
flexes
internet.
that you
People
can't
on this
possibly
panel
know.
think
Yeah,
you're
that's
more
which is
genuine.
why you must talk over me while I say
What
that.
is the material difference between the two?
Who are you most genuine on this
It's a
panel?
factual difference.
No,
I
what's the
never said that I.
material difference?
Here, I'll explain it for you if you just slow down a little bit. Slow down. I never said that I was more genuine than anyone on this panel. Not a single person. I never made that claim. But yet you said that I did.
I
It's just
understand
that
that.
simple.
You
What
said you
is-
were
what
more
is the
genuine.
material difference between what I said you said and what you say you said?
I just
you might have had a chance when you first met her, but you were acting like a fool. You were.
Thank you, Izzy, for the super chat. Denizen is getting triggered. Carry on.
It doesn't matter, Denizen. That's my point.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing matters, but you still lied about what I said.
You're losing.
In exactly the
points
same way that
all the
Cynthia
time.
does.
No, you
not
just
a
said you were
lie.
more genuine.
So
than
now
most
that definitely must be why I said you were like Cynthia.
You
It's
said
not a
you were
lie
more.
either. That's just
What
somebody
I'm trying
that
to figure out is does the difference matter? What is the point or what is the discrepancy that matters? Or was it just semantic?
I never said that I was more genuine than anybody on this panel.
You said most people
On this
camera
panel. So
on
the
that-
difference is this
Most
panel
people who came up on the internet.
Okay, so is there anybody on this panel you think you're more genuine than?
You.
Well, hold on, Cynthia. Hold on.
Easily
Cynthia.
you.
I would say that that's not a
Easily
material-
you
that's
and
not
your
a material
cammed up.
difference.
QED.
Right, Dennison.
Yeah.
you're arguing a difference, or you're arguing a distinction without a difference. You know.
No, because I never claimed that I was more genuine than anybody until just,
I claimed it. I claimed it.
Yeah,
Are you saying
he
that Brian
initially
was-
claimed it? I
Yeah,
agree.
he claimed
I'm not
it.
disputing that. I'm not
And
disputing that he
and so
claimed
he
it.
claimed that
You're
was due to
disputing
me.
that you then claimed it.
No, he.
and there's still a material difference between just her and everybody on this panel, which is
My
what she said.
goodness, Denizen, you are not.
I
helping.
don't think I'm more genuine than Demolish. I don't think I'm more genuine than Based Oracle. I don't think I'm more genuine than Chuck in Tennessee. I don't even think I'm more genuine than Flow State, but I definitely think I'm more genuine than Cynthia.
You left me out.
I consider that a compliment. Thank you, Dennison. I'll take that.
And you would.
I do.
So, how do you feel like you are being perceived as more or less genuine now than 5 minutes ago?
By you?
By anybody? By everybody collectively?
Everybody collectively? I can't answer for that.
I know you can't answer. I'm asking you to speculate.
I don't know.
Okay,
You make it more specific. The people
No.
in my audience,
No, you don't.
they
wanna play the
believe
game.
me.
You don't want to play the game.
The people on this panel, perhaps, maybe think differently.
I retract the question. You don't want to play the game. I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Again,
I think most people watching know I'm the most genuine between
Denizen,
Cynthia and I.
stop playing the game. Gosh, you won already.
And I don't.
They know it. They know it to their core. Now, whether
How
or
do
not
you
they'll
know
say
that they
it out
know
loud,
it to their core? How do you
I
know
mean,
that they know
I
it
don't-
to their core?
I don't know.
Have they
anything.
told you? Do y'all have meetings and they said, you know what,
I don't-
Dennison,
I don't-
tonight for? I think you're the most genuine person. You just made this statement. Most
Go ahead,
people
get it out.
watching you on your
Get it out.
panel know to your core, know to
Get it
their
out.
core
Go ahead,
that you're
go
the most
Keep going. Keep
genuine.
going. Yeah. So I answered your question a while back. I don't know if you heard it. I said I don't know. It's my opinion, and it's my opinion because you're an extremely disingenuous person who gets caught all the time being disingenuous.
Right.
Oh, I disagree with that.
Everybody does. It makes him feel better. So I'll just let him.
Everybody does, including me.
Starting to
Even I
sound like
disagree with
Tommy,
him,
but with a way
right?
better vocabulary.
He is. At least Tommy cams up.
Which makes him more genuine.
Makes him authentic.
I think
Yes.
Tommy is.
I'm
genuinely-
inauthentic.
but it's,
Did I say that, or
it
did you
doesn't save him.
I really do fucking hate you, Based Oracle. And if I ever see you in life, I can't tell you what I do without the device. I can't tell you what I do with this because that's what I just got off 2 weeks of.
With flow state.
Tom, why such the long face, Tommy?
Well, good. I feel like we really got somewhere today.
Well, wait,
Let's see.
Flo didn't get a chance to answer the
What am I
reason-
answering?
Yeah, what did he?
the whole Cynthia generalizing at the
Oh, I got a
beginning.
question for Flo. Flo, what
Yeah.
what if you? I heard right on stream that there was something the other night. I think I was on, but I left. You apologized about. What was that?
To who?
To Cynthia? No.
Did I do that?
He apologized to me.
Oh, to Crispy.
Crispy?
Oh yeah, to Crispy.
Did you
Well,
go
yeah.
off on Crispy?
Did I? I don't know.
He yelled
Yeah.
at me.
He yelled at you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't
That
know.
was
I
a little
apologize so
while ago.
regularly when I'm in the wrong that I don't even remember.
Well, he gets mad at her, and then she'll do something really nice, and then he feels bad, and he comes back and apologizes.
That's called love bombing.
No, it's not love bombing at all. I didn't say anything back and then he apologized afterwards. I just continued on the conversation. I didn't love bomb him, Denison, but I don't know why you're so crabby tonight.
Thank
now
you,
I'm crabby.
EAE. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's
You
kind of
just got
stupid.
done saying that I'm disingenuous.
I do.
And then
a
you're
lot.
asking me why
Hey,
I'm crabby.
I didn't say anything
Hey,
about
hey, hold up.
I
Mother,
said that
where's
you're
my clips when I?
arguing-
Instead of being under the weight of that, keeping ourselves stuck there.
She sounds like a good dishwasher. Thank you,
Is it up to an
EAE.
hour?
Yes, the hour-long sub. Everyone who doesn't like it will just have to fuck off, won't they? Carry on.
Thank
You
God I
said I was
subbed
the most
yesterday.
disingenuous, and I'm not crabby about it.
Not the
Dennis.
most. You're just.
said-
I'm not crabby either.
You seem that way.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Yay! Honestly, we're in the trust tree.
It's just
So
you,
what was
you're
the
gonna
question,
tell me how I
Cynthia?
feel now. This is
Hold
another
on,
thing
hold
that
on.
Crispy does.
Cynthia, what
What
did
is
you
it
want to
another
know
thing
from
that I
Flo?
do, Denison?
You like to tell me how I
Oh, I
feel.
need
all
to
the time.
apologize.
No,
Oh.
I never said anything about you being disingenuous whatsoever. I said that
You like
you're
to tell me
arguing
how I
difference
feel all
without
the time.
distinction.
Listen. You don't listen very well.
I do listen.
You don't because I didn't. You didn't respond to what I said, so you're not listening.
Yeah, you did. Yes, I did. I did.
No, you didn't.
I absolutely.
So
did.
it's okay. Okay,
Okay.
sure you did. You're fine. You're gonna be
Okay.
okay.
I do not tell you how you feel all the time.
There'd be some fussiness in the
you
air
tried
the last
to.
few days.
You tried to.
Oh, you said, Flo, I'm
All right,
sorry.
hold on. I had to make a little switcheroo for now. So what was the question, Cynthia, that you wanted to ask Flo or know
Well-
from Flo? Something with me?
I don't think it's a question, more so as I wanted to apologize for trying to tone police your panel the other day, Flo.
Did you do that?
Yes, and saying y'all have to give women more credit.
Oh.
Basis brought it to my attention of the error of my ways.
Wow, this stream worked out differently for all you than I expected it to. Yeah, no harm, no foul. I appreciate the apology. It was unnecessary.
Hey, Mel apologized to me last night. I told her not to. There was no apology necessary, but she was apologizing for, you remember this little
If
thing.
I was next to you now, I'll floor you. I'll knock
You
you
would
down.
do nothing,
fucking
Harvey.
bitch. You don't
You
know
would
how to
shut your
on
mouth, which you're having a hard time doing here.
Get fucked, you fucking son of a bitch. Who the fuck are you, you motherfucker?
panel. I don't know.
Yeah. So, anyways, Mel, no hard feel. Look, I told Mel. I thought Mel, Crispy. Oh, and Crispy was there. I think that the two of you handled it well. I don't think that you should have bugged out on him or anything like that, or cut him off. I think you letting me handle it as I did was perfectly fine, considering what this dude is about, which apparently is dick.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable for sure.
No, I get that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
fucked up for you. He's the one that should be apologizing. And by the way, I don't know, probably none of you here saw this earlier, but I'm going to put it up real quick. So
Yeah,
I
it's
was just taking a look at Harvey, our good friend Harvey from that clip
Hmm.
there. His simpery on, I mean, as I would call it, on buy me a coffee, whatever the fuck it is. Some woman, alleged woman, leaves him a coffee. And he's like, oh, so sweet of you, whatever. Oh, I know. Thanks again, hun. If you ever fancy a chat, Julie, I know I feel like to sometimes as I do get lonely. Please email me at harveysvintageaudio@gmail.com and I'll give you my mobile number.
If you ever fancy a chat.
This is making my breast hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it's, and thank you, Chuck. I appreciate it. I was here to make mad love to Crispy, and you did quite that. You caressed her mind, right, Crispy?
That's
Well,
right.
Yeah, she agrees. And thank you for the cheesecake, Jody. So yeah, that's our badass Harvey that's gonna hunt me down.
I'm
and,
still like kind of replaying that Riz in my head.
Yeah, no, it's quite lovely. You get lonely. Very tough men, right? He was telling us, this is how you be an alpha man. And your alpha man is, I mean, literally,
I was
that was part of
questioning
it.
his credentials when I heard that.
The punctuation is the most attractive part.
And what did I say to him? I said, oh, good. I got my note gear out. We're going to all write this down, chat. Be prepared. We're going to learn how to be an alpha man.
Have you implemented any of his stuff?
No, I have not. And thank you, Lizard Tree. I do believe he has an OF as well, if anyone is interested. And what up, Ezra? It's been a minute.
Hey, Chica.
Ezra, do you fancy some? Are you lonely? Do you fancy a number? Yeah.
A number? What?
If you're alone and lonely, would you fancy me coming over?
I was wondering if are you forming a cult, Flo? Is that?
I'm just trying to learn Harvey's Riz.
But I'm trying to figure out like what I missed. You know, I feel like maybe there's some sort of cult happening that I didn't know about. That is there an application form that we need to be?
Yes, you need to be prepared.
Is that an inside joke?
I don't know, but Ezra's dying for some cult in her life. Like she really is needing cult behavior and stuff in her life.
Hey, iFi, real quick.
You know,
No,
that's what sorry.
I appreciate the apology, iFi, but it's not necessary. There's nothing to apologize to me about.
Except for Izzy.
Yeah, except for Izzy. But
Teacher, was he calling Flo a bitch?
look, he said he didn't feel good last night. You were a bit cranky. I understand. That's why I took you out very gently. I just told you that.
It was gentle. It was so gentle. He scooped you up like a kid who just fell down and scraped his knee. He scooped you right up and said, "Come on, little buddy, we're gonna get you taken care of."
It was all love. Yeah.
It was fucking beautiful. But I told you there's been something fussy going on in the air for the last few days. A lot of fussy dudes around.
It's been fussy, a bit fussy. We've been lowering the fuss a bit over here, but
Because
I don't know where you.
we removed iFi.
Men
Well-
have those periods, right? They
Mm,
have,
yes,
like, some
men do have
men
men-
PMS. Yeah.
Men period.
Women don't though.
No, not
Yeah,
in
we do.
2024.
We've
No,
got
no,
it.
no, no, no.
I don't.
Nope.
Mm.
So,
She's
Ezra,
just a bitch all the
oh,
time.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck in Tennessee, thank you. Oh crap, Ezra is
I
here.
didn't
I'm
like the way
torn
you
in
said
between.
that.
Hey, hold on. Oh crap, Ezra is here. I'm torn
What
between
if I pulled your hair when you said
You
it?
mother.
Fuck, you didn't even acknowledge me earlier.
Sorry.
That based says thank you.
You know.
Ezra, it's just you and I to
read.
read this real quick. Oh crap, Ezra is here. I'm torn between the beautiful woman. I think you meant women, Chuck. It's multiple.
Thank you.
And
for your...
and by the way, Vegas Vips in the back. You know the deal. You got to send me. What is it? 200. You got to send Flo 100.
Is he really?
Yeah, Vegas Vips in the back right now under a very dumb fucking name. I can't even read it.
Bro.
But
See
yeah.
that line? Hold on a second.
Move on, bro. It's for yourself. Do it for yourself, man.
Yeah.
I think it was 250, by the way.
Was it 250? Okay,
Yeah. 350.
Vips, I made a mistake, so now it's 300 just to rectify everything. So 300 to me, 150 to
Fitz,
Flo.
if you hire me as a consultant for $200, I can get Based Oracle to dismiss the charges and drop the fee entirely.
That's a deal. That is a good deal.
Wow.
Like knock
Yes,
it down to a
Bobby.
parking ticket.
Right, exactly. It's one of those.
Misdemeanor.
Yeah, and Vips, now I can read your name. I will do the will of my Father. I assume you're talking about me. I've done all I could for you, son. So you're on your own now.
I think GS is his spot. That one might be GS's.
I hope so. Don't want to claim that kid.
Sort of like Richard didn't want to claim you.
Yeah. What's up with that, Richard?
I didn't decline claiming you. I just said your mom was a whore.
Well, when you
Brutal.
put it like that, that's very polite.
Richard, are you wearing your black hat? Can we get a side by side cam on look at these two for my screenshot purposes and investigations?
Richard, are you in?
Denied.
Are you in the black on black?
Give me a second.
Yeah,
wearing
he's changing clothes.
That's true. Cynthia, you
It
be our
says obey.
cheerleader. Oh
I'm
shit,
in a
was that
black shirt.
misogynist?
That is some shit you would wear.
No. That's like old school hip hop shit.
Good.
And also the movie, if you guys know about.
It's
What's that?
when Cynthia wears it, it's an instruction manual.
No, it's, we're talking like Aesop Rock. That's not him. But who does
Daylight.
the obey line?
Nightlight.
I love it. This is hip hop, old school Midwestern. Yeah, for the non. I'm very white. I realize that.
I'm not, but I
gave
still
her all
like you.
connectivity.
Yes, you're 4.4. African American.
Yeah, I mean everyone.
I'm the
knows
only.
that.
I'm the only powdered dusty on the panel. I think.
No, I
Katie.
am. I am
Katie.
for sure.
What is that?
I'm part Nephilim, so I'm not really sure how to respond to that.
I forgot I was white one.
You gonna forget you white.
I never even knew. I already forgot.
That is a whole ass black man.
Whole ass beautiful black man. Right
Oh
here.
yeah.
Oh, Richard. Here we go.
Oh my God. See, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm
You
wrong.
need a black cat. You don't have a black cat, Richard? Oh, okay.
I do own one, but it's not
Yeah.
near me.
Oh man, you gotta get one. You gotta go grab it.
But you can
Yeah,
see
I'm not-
how this
I'm not
might
that
be his
excited
dad.
about it, Crispy.
Well, I think actually, if I trace back the family tree, it goes Richard, Flo, me, Cynthia.
Wait, am I in the family?
Wait, I'm in the family?
Yeah.
It's like
Do I
turning
need
tables.
to-
How did I get here? Was I adopted?
Welcome,
You are.
welcome to our
Y'all
African
want me to go
American
get my
family.
black cat? Y'all want me to go get
Wait,
my
I-
black
Oh,
cat?
it's Sasquatch. It's an
Cynthia,
affiliate
Cynthia, why do you
Sasquatch.
want to claim adoption? That's like rejecting all of us.
Oh, I'm gonna go get my black cat. Hang on.
Pull out any sort of red hair, green-eyed, tall height, Nephilim type characteristic.
We need to make this about Ezra for a minute. We really need to make it about her.
You missed me.
I did.
Flo.
How are you doing
I thought
here?
you
Hold
blocked me for a
on.
minute. I'm not
Let
gonna
me turn this
lie.
sideways. Where'd you go? I wanted to touch you. I turned this sideways so that I could have a wider. No.
You're just gonna get what you get. Just touch around, Flo. See what happens.
I don't want to touch around. Get Richard's beard off my head.
It's itchy. It tickles. All right, so we're gonna do that shit that Richard should have done and wrap it up. Any final words here?
My final words are that OTW is a confirmed vagina in a terrible way. I fight. Sorry that for your rage quit. Who else have I pissed off tonight? Didn't I piss someone else off?
OTW.
You should have if you didn't.
I already got OTW. Anyways, That's all I can remember. Everybody's, suck my dick.
There's still more time in the day.
Suck your what? If I got you flowers once a week, that'd be cool. But what if I upped it to once a day?
Then I would suck your dick every day.
Yeah, and by the way, Crispy snitched on me. Crispy was like, Mel, guess what? Guess what?
I did. I dry snitched.
What the fuck?
That's not. That motherfucker splatted.
And then Mel said I took it out of context. What
didn't
was
tell
the
her that. I didn't tell her it was out of context.
Well, yeah, no, you didn't. Come on, I've heard these women, and I'm not, innocent. Most of the time, I am, but yeah.
No, you're not. I've seen you have to crawl off screen before because things were getting too zesty. Yeah, you did that shit. She actually slid down off her chair, off one side of the screen, and then army crawled below the camera and reappeared later on the other side.
Was that because you're so good looking that she slid off of her chair?
It was actually Mr. Pie. Mr. Pie was sort of teasing and dripping, and I was edging her. And so, who else was I edging? There were two of you, and I was telling them they can't come to that, basically.
Okay.
It was.
Well,
really
I have something very important to say before, and I'm going to let everyone else go as well. But before we take off here,